It's hot.
You all right?
I reckon his heart will stop because he's really unhealthy.
I reckon we're just gonna enjoy this for a minute.
It's right at the back of my throat. I thought
There's a lot of things that spend a lot of time there, I've heard.
I'll be completely honest. I wiped some of that off, and it's still worse than I remember.
You okay?
Not great.
Is that a fizzy drink?
I'm fully aware that we're live. I'm not that much of an idiot. And I saw that after I admitted I was in pain.
Look at your mouth breathing.
He didn't even have that much of it. He's just being a little bitch.
Honestly, Dale, if you have a...
Well, can we just address the situation that there's no Y in my name? It's not Dale.
It's Dale.
Why are you putting a Y in it?
How am I putting a Y in it?
It's Dale.
It's Dale.
Oh, Stu, don't you be putting a Y in it as well? Beige net.
Mate, I'll fucking talk how I want, all right? You're the one that pronounces Bavarian, you fucking weirdo.
I actually based Pandora's box on this box.
So you copied it? So it's a clone?
It's not because A, it doesn't look like that.
Well, you just said you based it on that box, and it looks
inspired by. Who gives a fuck?
I thought it was the Hellraiser puzzle box.
Hashtag clone.
Well, yeah, and the Hellraiser puzzle box. But I like this is where I got the idea for the sides.
So, Chris, how are you doing?
It's really hot. Like a lot hotter than I remember.
Good.
And I put it on my tongue, and then I thought, oh, it's not that bad. And I twisted the screwdriver, and I think it was sort of stuck in the little ridges. It's hurting so bad.
That's still not as funny as when you electric shocked yourself on camera. That's one of the best things I've ever seen.
What was that?
I'm sure I've still got that on video.
Basically, Stuart, have you ever seen that video? You know,
no, I don't think I have.
You know those tennis racket looking things that you get flies with?
Oh shit, I remember.
I dared Chris to lick it, and he fucking licked it on camera and he sell a belt right down his tongue. Honestly, it looked like he had Bell's palsy for about fucking 20 minutes. His tongue went out and lot.
They run off 9-volt, don't they?
It was hot. Like
sparked like fuck.
Right. When you plug in a lamp with an energy-saving bulb and you see this slowly light up and you think, it doesn't look like that much power. And then you like lick a light bulb and then it explodes and then you feel what it's actually like.
We're a show that doesn't like to disappoint. If everyone was to X1 in the chat a repeat viewing of it, then I think you should oblige the fans. Personally, that's my personal opinion.
What?
It'd only be fair, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if people keep putting X1 in the chat, if they want to see you lick that again.
I don't have it anymore.
Oh, well, you just have to lick a main socket then.
What a fucking liar, isn't he?
No, it's honestly, it's like one of those things you think, oh, that can't be that powerful. And then it really hurts. Like, I kind of thought I was getting 10 bottles of juice for fuck all. And really, the pain I went through, I should have got 20.
Yeah, but you should definitely have checked if the person would have the fingers crossed or not.
You did give it to me, I think.
Yeah, I know, but I would have given you more.
I know. I've seen you haggling with people where if
look at all the X1s. Look at all the X1s. You're letting people down. If you haven't got that, the forfeit is a main socket.
To be fair, this is a vaping show. Some of those X1s are probably automatic. As soon as people hear X1, they think, free shit!
I'm pretty sure that's how Chris got into that situation.
So, shall we introduce the show?
Who's hosting this week?
Welcome to the Red Hot Chili Vapors.
Does that mean Chandler's hosting today now? Has he just volunteered himself?
Yes.
Oh, shit, have I?
No, Leslie's hosting.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, we do.
Oh. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very...
Whoa.
No, wrong thing. You see automatic reaction going on here.
Where's the cupcakes?
The cupcake. Look, Can you tell I'm not prepared for this?
Cracking the fucking whip today, Chris, isn't he?
I've been waiting for
I'm
this.
working on it.
Hello, my cupcake, and welcome to Vape Talk UK.
That's not bad.
I've got 7.
Do we need cue cards for him?
Yeah, I think I need cue cards. No, it's fine. So, yeah, welcome to Vape Talk UK. It's episode 122. And with us we have got Mark Dolan from that Vape Esquite.
Woohoo!
We've got Dale from the Yorkshire Vapor. We've got Chris from that there Palmolive.
I'm going to find that with a response.
All right. And we've got Stu from that there Vulcan Brothers.
Yeah.
Hello. So, what are we talking about tonight? We're doing the Vape Expo malarkey, are we?
That classic Expo hype show.
Oh yes.
We seem to do this twice. Like we do this for every single Expo. For some reason, it's never quite the same each time. I mean, Dolan, you've done this. Will be your 3rd Expo show, won't it? Because you joined just after May Expo last year. So we've done October for last year, May for this year, and October for this year now.
Yeah.
So it's my 3rd one as well.
No, actually attended. It's not my 5th.
No, VT UK Expo special.
Oh, 3.
Yeah, 3. And to be fair, Dale's actually been associated with Vape Talk UK longer than any of us, so he's probably sat through fucking like 5 or 6 of these by now. It's true. It's true. The newest host has actually been associated with the show longer than any of the current hosts.
Since Dale.
Yeah, since Dale 1.
Yeah, since Dale 1.
Dayon. D-A-Y-U-L. Dayon.
Are you speaking Welsh? So you're spending too much time with Risa.
Dayon.
That's lovely.
Is Risa actually Welsh?
No, her name's just Welsh because her dad's Welsh.
Exactly. It's the same thing as if you're white, you're Ben Affleck. I'm telling you, your Welsh name, you're Welsh. You might not speak it, you're definitely Welsh, but she has got a lovely Welsh accent.
She definitely don't sound Welsh, Dale.
Mate, she's one little whistle away from the valleys.
Well, yeah, I moved her closer to home. Yeah, you know, I thought that was the right thing to do. Get her back near her people.
If you can't make your mind up, go to the
There's
village.
more Welsh people than English people anyway.
Huh?
Christmas in Bath, there's more Welsh people than English people.
Well, obviously, because you bring them all down.
And we have one of them Christmas markets with the sheds and the fake snow and all that, and the Welsh just fucking love it. They come over in busloads. Oh, David, look, the place is full of sheds. They're mad for it.
You're going to get a slap for that. Reese's going to beat you up after. Don't go insulting a kinsman.
I bet she gets well excited at IKEA.
IKEA, why?
Do they sell sheds in IKEA?
No.
They actually don't sell sheds out.
They don't sell sheds in IKEA. That's B&Q, you daft cunt.
Ah, well.
Do you even have an IKEA where you live?
Yeah. No, we don't.
Sick!
I've got an IKEA like drop and collect place.
Yes.
So come on then, Mr. New Host. What's the first section?
Oh, the first section. Right, what are we vaping on?
There we
So,
go.
go on then, Stu. What you got?
Oh, I'm just boring as fuck this week.
Hang on. Before you start, you've got that me one, haven't you?
Me one, yeah. Do you want to get 3 guesses? What's in it?
Oh, I don't know what you normally have in it. I can't remember.
Slime from Vaping King mixed at 15 milligram.
Right.
Lovely.
Nice.
Simply lovely.
Hey?
Simply lovely.
Oh, it's fucking smashing, I tell you. It's fucking lovely. And the first frost box that I ever bought, my original OG orange and white with the orange and white battery wraps, and you know, looking all nice and tidy. Goon 22, and without wanting to suck just Nick's dick too much, Nata Portuguese custard tarts mixed at 3 milligram. Just complete coincidence that I happen to only be vaping juices from Just Add Nick this week.
Very nice.
It's fucking lovely. I I wanted to give this a little bit of steeping time before I tried it, and then I was adamant that the first time I properly gave it a good going over would be on series, because it is a custard and it needs that heat. So today's the first day that I've actually spent any real time with it, and it's doing good work on a series box.
No, I can't say I've used Just Add Nick, to be fair. I know it gets a lot of airtime on a certain other channel, but I haven't actually used it. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's all nice juice. It's just all in self-mix kits. It's most of it, from what I can gather, is sort of American brands that don't necessarily sell their juice over here, but sell their concentrates to Just Add Nick, and then Just Add Nick sell the concentrates for the self-mix kits.
Yeah, do they just sell? Is it just in a you get a concentrate and a mix that you put in it?
You literally get a jiffy bag like this with the name of whatever juice you bought.
Yeah.
And in that, you get a 100ml bottle. You get some bottles of EG and PG.
Right.
You get your concentrate, and you get however many Nick shots you've asked for. But obviously, I asked for none because I am not an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've just got a shit ton of PG and VG, so I just tend to just
buy the concentrates. You don't have to buy the self mix kit.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try buying the concentrates.
It's good shit. I recommend you try slime, especially if you've got a mouth to lung. Slime's delicious on a little MTL. I might put some in an Aspire Breeze for Dale.
Go on then, Dale. What you got? What you vaping on, Dale?
Well,
oh,
blow your mind. The Aspire Breeze on the charging dock, which I have.
No, it looks like Quasimodo with that on it.
With the mate, right? These things fucking brilliant. I've got two of these.
Backpack.
Yeah, exactly. Jetpack.
What
You get to it. It has.
What power is that dock then?
What's what?
What milliamp hour is the dock?
2,000 mAh.
Whew.
So you've got two 650 with the if you fully charge that and the pack. I've got two of them. So I'm rocking around with what's essentially an high power 80 watt worth of battery.
It's essentially a Nokia 3310.
Yeah, but your mouth to lung in it, so you're not going to be pulling out. You're not going to be pulling massive power through it, are you?
You say your mouth to lung in it, but the airflow is quite wide, shall we say?
I'm calling it the deep throat to lung because it's not quite mouth to lung, but it's not lung inhale. It goes in just that little bit deeper, like a really experienced mod. So, yeah, that's essentially what I'm getting from it. It's sort of a hybrid between the two. The kind of mod you'd take on to meet your parents, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I'm really happy with that. And I've got some Switch Hawaiian Sunrise in it. And, where the fuck is it? Oh, it's here. Obviously, the Paranormal, the Cleto, and guess what's in there? Raspberry. 10 points. Yes.
Out of interest, is the Paranormal the new Therion then? Has it taken over in your affections?
Yeah, to be honest, it has, but the battery life's just a little bit shitter with the same batteries in it than the Therion, yeah. But what the reason for me that it pisses all over the Therion is, did anyone else find who's used one that the first battery in the mod tended to get its fucking wrap ripped because it was a bastard to get in and out? Whereas with this, doors open, batteries are out. Slides in, no fucking drama at all.
Well, slide them in again. Do it slower this time.
No, what's the chipset on that?
Oh, double, mate.
Oh, that's lovely. That's fucking lovely.
Batteries are
that's
pink.
Tuesday night viewing, that, isn't it?
Mate, it's giving me mixed emotions because the batteries are pink rather than what they're going into. So it's a bit it's throwing me off. So, although Rick
slide that short pink thing into that dark hole. Go on.
Exactly, mate. You know, well, whatever floats your boat. Rick affectionately changed it so that I had to press it fucking 15 times to lock the bastard, and it only took me since our meet 2-3 months ago to figure out where the fucking setting was to change it, because I had to sit there and click the fucking thing for about 35 seconds until the bastard thing locked.
Dale, have you got into the settings?
I can stop you there. No.
If you set the batteries to the right batteries that you're using, the batteries will last a hell of a lot longer.
How the fucking hell do you do that?
You plug it into the software.
Oh, what? I don't know how to do that.
Mikey Vapes in the chat is just asking about your Aspire Breeze jetpack ... But does it have a laser?
It doesn't, but my Zomo does. So it's kind of, you know, swings and roundabouts. I've got the laser there. Although, as we saw live, the rainbow one that was mine, it wasn't mine. It was definitely on the shelf for sale, but I did like it.
The Raving Rainbow.
Someone motherfucking sold. One of my horrible staff sold it from the shelf where it was for sale, took it and sold it to a customer, and I was fucking mortified because I was like, "Where's my rainbow at?" And they're like, "We sold it." I was like, "We need to find that customer and get it back because that's my rainbow. And where's my rainbow at?"
So, have you seen the new Zomo box that's coming out?
I think it looks outstanding. It has that radiator feel.
I thought it'd be your cup of tea. You fucking hopeless.
Hang on a minute. If a fucking mod has a laser pen and looks like a panel heater from a caravan, how can it not look fucking good?
Perfectly put point. I could not possibly argue.
You've got your Me one. I've got my fucking portable radiator. I'm just saying, and if you cut the right wire, it'll definitely keep you warm.
Oh dear.
Yeah. On that note, go on, Mark. What you got?
Me, I have got Nautilus 2, 12 milligram. Why do I have to even think about that? Heisenberg. Windoline.
It's looking very blue in there.
I, in my other hand, have my Molly, the Solo.
That Molly's beautiful.
And I am vaping on a clear bottle of apple. I need to cover the label. Apple and elderflower.
Why are you covering the label?
Because it's not yet available.
I want to see.
Oh. Top secret apple and elderflower juice.
And also homemade lemonade. It's very nice.
Very secretive.
Chris, I'll bring you a bottle to Expo.
Of each?
There's nothing like taking the piss, is there?
Classic Chris, though, isn't it? Classic Chris.
They both sound so amazing, Mark. I couldn't.
If they sound amazing, Chris, you won't mind buying a bottle, will you?
Until next week. My doll money doesn't come in until next Thursday.
Go on then, Chris. What have you got hiding on that desk of yours?
A whole lot of shit. I'm only using this. The billet box, 45 milligram. Can I just say, Mark, your shirt's reminded me I need a new picnic blanket.
I'm waiting for the comment tonight. So I was a teacher last week.
It looks like you're like the boy in striped pajamas too. Where he's wearing conspicuously prison-like attire.
Seriously, Chris, come on. Nazi concentration camps. Nazi concentration camps live on air. You're going there.
Yeah, because that's the route I was going down. He looked like a Nazi.
Well, no, you're saying that he looks like a Nazi, a victim of the Nazis. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that he's. I'm not even going into it.
With my Jewish heritage, you would say that live on air. That's madness.
You told me you were Indian.
Well, that as well. It's 2017. All you have to say is that you are something, and no one's allowed to argue with you.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
mate, religion is the best thing for getting out of shit. Like, it's so fucking good, right? I'll be full disclosure. I've used religion to get our community service before when I was younger. They tried to make us dig graves up. I shit you not. And I was like, I can't do that. I'm a devout Christian. I am not digging graves up. And then I ran off.
Dale, I love your stories.
That's fucking 100% legit. I was like, I'm not digging graves up. It's not right. That person can't tell me no. I'm pretty sure the Bible says I can't, so I'm off.
Is that? I'm lost for words for that. Like, can I get you to do that?
Well, it was to tidy up like 200-year-old graves, and the geezer was hitting these stones to try and break them, and it collapsed into what looked like a 6-foot deep tomb, or the entrance to a tomb. And I was like, I literally got my spade. I was like, fuck this. I'm out. He said, you can't leave. I was like, do you want to fucking bet, mate? The Bible says I can't do it.
I want to know how
something about neighbours, something about thy neighbour, and this guy could have been my ancestor's neighbour. So
I want to know how you were alive in 1827 to have Burke and Hare as your fucking probation officer.
Man, I think on my son's life, that is true. That's what we had to do. And I was like, no, I'm out.
You were getting mugged off by Burke and Hare's family, like descendants. They were just.
I didn't even mugged off by my own. I jumped in my car and fucked up home.
Fuck's sake. Yes. What were we talking about?
Your Pokemon Pokeball mod you were showing at the.
Pokeball.
Yeah, put it back up to the camera again. Is it just me that don't you think that looks just the way the
I mean, JB does want to be the very best.
He's got to catch them all.
I'm not gonna lie, I do have a Pokeball mod.
Oh no, you haven't.
I have. Okay.
Oh no.
It's not that one, but I do have one somewhere.
There we go. Let's play the Wait While JB Searches for Something game. Always a fun time. Should we big him up so that everyone can see his bollocks flailing around in those shorts?
I don't even know where it is.
Oh, that's a shame.
But I do have one somewhere.
Okay, Chris has got a Pokeball mod.
Good.
Okay, there you go.
Good.
So I do what I'm vaping on.
Go on.
Let me guess. Some sort of weird penny farthing prisoner thing.
Hey, that way.
And a Mirage Mech.
There you go, and a Mirage Mech.
We've ruined Chandler's section.
Right, there you go, that's that done.
No, you've got juice, you've got Atties, you can tell us more.
I've got you. Oh, yeah, look, I'm going old school. Yeah, I did put a spoiler on the group today. There you go. Pinkman.
That is old school.
That is right old school. Well, you know I like the Tickle Me Pink. And I've been vaping the Tickle Me Pink until it comes out my ears. I actually made some up at 9mm and put it in my mouth to lung. And you know how things taste slightly different mouth to lung to direct lung? I actually thought, oh, that tastes a bit like Pinkman. And I've never used Pinkman direct lung. I've always used it mouth to lung. So I thought I made up a batch and I've been vaping it out of my squat box. It's actually really quite nice. But there you go.
I've never been able to get into Pinkman. I can barely stand Heisenberg. Like certain brands of Heisenberg I find really nice, but if it tastes anything like the Vampire Vapes one, I can't stand it.
What, the Vampire Vapes Heisenberg?
Yeah. Same with the Pinkman. Say again, Dale.
Now available in short fill. They've gone short fill, haven't they?
Yeah, they've just
Concept 19.
Yeah. Oh, and my other juice, just seeing as we're on Vampire Vape, American Desire Grizzly.
The fuck is that? Is that a tobacco?
That was exactly what I thought. Look at the label. You think, oh, that's going to be a tobacco.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, that is supposed to be red licorice laces.
Shut up.
It's what it says on the. It tastes like fucking bubble gum. It really tastes like bubble gum. So I've got that in my mech mod, basically just to use it up. So there you go. That's what I'm vaping on.
Ooh, I've just seen what Mark posted in the VT UK group, and I'm very excited too.
I'm excited.
I actually genuinely can't wait for that. I've seen that knocking about on so many like American Instagrams and American fucking pages and stuff. And I'm like, oh, we've got the rest of them. Can we have it, please?
I did a Chris today and actually asked what was left.
Fuck's
And
You asked for free shit.
they hadn't got any left today when I went in. I went into Flawless in Leicester today to pick a few bits up, and also to collect the prize that they've currently donated for the cancer research charity raffle that we're doing in the next couple of weeks. But I'm going to talk about that shortly. And yeah, I thought I'd share that because I do like a good pink lemonade.
Have you tried that by them before?
No.
Oh, it's a new one.
It's a new one.
I'm using a bit of assumption here, but I like pink lemonade when it's really fucking sweet. And normally, anarchist juice is really fucking sweet.
Sorry, that people are asking what you're talking about. I've just popped that up over my screen for you to see.
So I'm assuming because it's anarchist, it'll be sweet as fuck.
And that's what I think.
Are we talking coil shredding sweet?
Probably, yeah. Probably.
Okay.
No, if you go back to Game Over and stuff like that, it was sweet. It wasn't overly sweet, though.
That was flawless though, not anarchist.
It was all manufactured by the same place.
Was it all made in the same place? Because I found all the anarchist recipes were a lot sweeter than all the flawless recipes.
Sorry, I apologise. In America, it wasn't made in the same place. As far as I can remember, local Vape used to manufacture anarchist because they're well in, and she owns Vapor Treats, you know. But in the UK, Flawless kind of manufacture it all. But I suppose that's recipe bound anyway. So if it's with Shortfield, they won't have had to adjust any recipes due to TPD. So I imagine they'll just be the same as they were before.
I'm gonna get Uncle Dolan to link arms with me and skip over to Flawless, and we're gonna have a chat with Mandeep, I think.
Yeah.
Have you tried the Captain Cloud one, Mark, yet?
Mate, it's flying off the shelves.
What did I tell you? That I came across that range by accident, and it is fucking unbelievable.
I'm actually vaping it now. It's
What's it called?
Captain Cloud. You won't find it on Google. Like, honestly, you can't. I went to see some of my compadres in a wholesale area. Went in because they stock our stuff, like, so I was taking it down. And he was like, "You want to try this?" And everyone we tried in his finger. They had like 12 of them. Some of them are a bit shit, but they had like 6 that were the 6th. I think you've got Mark or 7. They were The cherry cola, man, is the best cherry cola I've ever fucking tasted. The strawberry custard cream biscuit. And this isn't a plug. This is legit. And this stuff's a decent price at Shortfill as well.
We've got it on the shelf at $13.50
For 30.
Ooh, fucking fantastic juice.
$13.50 for 60,
Yeah,
plus the shot, I'm assuming.
Yeah, plus the shot.
it comes at about 15 quid.
15 quid.
Yeah, 15 quid all in. That's what we reduced our retail to now, and just to fucking compete, because that shit is fucking good. Like, it's really fucking good.
Mark, is it on your website?
No. I think
Bring them to Expo. Please.
No.
Well, if Mark brings you some to Expo, why don't you bring in 15 quid?
I never said I wouldn't pay him. Never said I wouldn't pay him.
Well, you didn't have to, but Mark can bring it to Expo, but I reckon he won't give you until you give him 15 quid. Do it, Mark. Charge the fuck out of him. Don't give him any discount. He's a chopper. I'll tell you what, give him a discount for every minute he spends helping set up the stand. Then he'll definitely owe you more money.
Listen, everyone's sales are gonna multiply me on the stand.
Chris, you do realise that you actually have to be on the stand to make a difference.
And
Yeah,
also,
you're gonna have to do some work, don't you?
to celebrate Jam Donut being out for so long, we were going to go and get a load from Krispy Kreme, but then remembered you were coming, so there'd be absolutely no point.
Captain Cloud, yes, it's British, English made.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just done something really stupid. Really stupid.
You just put a screwdriver in your mouth.
No, I used to have my lip pierced, and I was just fucking about, and I went to see if it was open still, and it went in, and it's still got that fucking chili on it.
You're fucked, mate.
My lip's gone numb.
Oh, well, you're lucky then if it's gone numb.
I got like a really spicy hole.
I like a nice spicy hole.
UK JB spicy hole.
He's now trying to drink Tango through it.
Oh,
Excuse me, I'm in Scotland, mate.
Oh, fair enough. I agree.
Chris, I've got
it's Scotland from Gothas.
Chris, I've got something for you to try. I've got an iron brew for you to taste.
Is it like out of your penis?
No, I don't.
Did I am brew, not Milky Dew?
James, are you on crack? I did some of that fucking when we came live. You're obviously late.
He didn't do it. He's absolutely pretending he didn't try any.
Mark, I'm not sure if Captain Cloud will be at Expo. highly doubt it.
I don't think they've been about that long. The thing is, it's one of them where it's it sounds ridiculous from coming from myself, who has, and I technically have an in-house range because we made juice before we had the shop. But these guys are wholesalers, and this is their own range. And when this is going to sound like such a dick thing to say, but when you associate an own range, you assume white label, or you assume it's not being thought about. This is like, and when they stood there telling you, yeah, we've chosen the profiles, we've physically made them, and all this sort of stuff. You stand there thinking, yeah, pinch of salt, just give me your white label, I'll try it. And this is legit. You can tell it's fucking bang on. It's so fucking accurate. It can't not have been thought about. So even if it is a white label product, it tastes fucking unbelievable. And I am picky as shit with juice, and all the ones we got I liked.
Mark, drop me a PM, mate.
Well, I say, can you bring me a bottle? And I get fucking ripped the shit out of. Mark asks one, he's like, okay, PM me.
I reckon he likes Mark though.
The thing is, right, Mark's got long fingernails, I've got long fingernails. It's a scratching exercise.
You're fucking useless. In Benson, Chris, you're fucking useless.
I'll fucking remember that, Mark. Like when we're out, for dinner and you haven't paid, you'll be scrubbing dishes, you wanker.
Dry your eyes, mate.
I'm going to remember this.
Can we mute him? Oh, we can. Look, we can mute him now.
Sadly, he can just unmute himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this game's so much better. Do you reckon he'll rage quit? I mean, you're going to have your first rage quit since Kelvin and Vic.
I'm sure I did a rage quit once.
Did you? What, an actual rage quit?
I think so, yeah.
I am liable to rage quit.
Are you in a bad mood, Chris? Is someone pissed on your shit?
I've had a shit week, and no one wants to give me free juice.
Yeah, but see, you were after free juice. You fucking man. I told you, Mark. That's it. Chris, I'll give you a 60ml bottle of free juice for every minute you help during the day on Thursday.
I've already given him free juice. He's had fucking...
You can't say it on Thursday, wanker.
Well, yeah, I can, because you've... Right, just to let everyone know the context of this. Stuart's getting there Thursday. We're all working to set up the stand. We're all stocking the stand. Mark's getting there, I fucking hope, on Thursday after this. I'm giving Chris. Chris has timed it so that he wants... Not only is arriving after we've fucking finished, but then he wants fucking chauffeur him from the airport after we've worked his bollocks off all day. He wants me to winch him up into the back of my car and take him to the hotel.
I just want to try to see the new motor.
Well, you can see it in the car park.
I couldn't give a shit if it was you or I was picked up on the back of a certain scrounger's transport vehicle. I couldn't give a shit who gives me a lift to the fucking hotel as long as I get one.
I go, you just said scrounger, Chris. You came into our shop about, what, just before I went on holiday,
yeah, filled
the till system up with what you wanted. And when I knocked you 50% off that fucking total, you were like, is that it? Like, I'm like, you fucking what, mate? Well, the staff don't even get that.
Just to add some credibility to Dale's story here, when Chris was with Dale at Dale's warehouse, I got a call from Dale saying, from Chris.
No, I actually
saying I was going to just help myself to 300 mils of your juice, but Dale told me I've got to ask you for permission.
Yeah. Andy also said, when I get to your warehouse, I'm taking a load of switch. Literally, there was no ask. I said, no, you can't. And he did. Right? So he gives it this, that, and the other, but he literally turned his nose up at a 50% discount because, well, you pay less than that. Of course I pay less than that because it's a fucking retail store. I don't buy it in so that I can service the community with cost-price goods. You know what I mean? Fucking tool.
For all Chris is going on about how much he hates begs, Chris is probably the biggest beg in this fucking game.
Stu, not only did he complain about it, not only did he complain about it at the time, he then brought it up the day we was coming home as well. He mentioned it multiple times throughout the holiday. Really,
I mentioned it once, you cunt.
He was chapping his ass.
Can I just say, there's a distinct difference between me and scroungers, right? There's no bullshit.
You pay cost price. You cover our cost.
You can afford to pay full price.
There's no bullshit with me, though. I'll tell you, I'm having that. I won't beat around the bush and pretend to be your mate and say, oh, what a lovely juice you've got. I wish I could afford some, but my missus' cat's...
I can't hear him.
He's having a hard night tonight, isn't he? Bless him.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go and do Smoking Talk UK.
I'll tell you what then, Chris. Tell you what, I'm having 2 Pandoras, which I can quite easily do because they're at Jason's house. I'm having 2. No questions asked. I want 2 of them.
Okay, mate. No worries.
I'm not even joking. I'm going to take 2 of them, motherfucker.
Take 2 of them. What friends do. That's what friends do, mate. You have.
And I want a refund on half of the broadside Pandoras as well. I'm not asking. I'm telling. I'd like that refund process today.
I can't. I'm skint. That's why I'm scrounging free juice.
Well, I'm only asking for 50%. And that's apparently even that's too little. But I'm happy to settle.
Oh, Ollie's just used his real name in the chat. He's going to get mad now.
Look.
Oh shit!
At least I don't beat around the bush. There's no bullshit with me.
You beat your own bush.
I'll beat your bush in a minute, you wanker.
How can you do that? You don't get there till Thursday night after everyone's finished working.
I'm keeping quiet because I'm not even getting there till Saturday morning.
Yeah, but this is the thing though. Like you're not coming to work the stand. That's it. Chris is coming down to apparently help. By Chris is helping. He's just getting. Chris is the only person who has to ship himself places. Like he can't even get a normal plane seat. He's having to ship himself freight.
Fuck off.
Could you not have paid for a pre-12 delivery if he got here quicker?
Well, to be fair, he's coming from the furthest away. I mean, he's the only one that's going to be getting an aeroplane to go to Expo.
I flew to a vape meet in Cornwall. Right? I'm just as dedicated. I didn't fucking whinge about it. I asked for a discount when I got there either.
I didn't.
Besides that, Chris chose to live in fucking Scotland.
He made that. He literally made an educated decision to go live in Banff. Said no one ever.
You know what?
The sheds are obviously better up there. Look.
I give him. He's got a good shed.
He has got a good shed. No, credit to him. That is a cracking shed.
Has he muted himself now?
Yeah, James even said earlier on when we were talking about it, all you'll see in Birmingham is a Chinook flying over what looks like a rare breed of animal swinging underneath it. It's just JB getting delivered to Expo.
Oh, poor lad.
I'm really looking forward to Thursday night.
What, when he arrives?
Yeah.
When are you going to have to pay any customs or anything for DHL to clear him?
No, we just have to pay the extra freight because he's claimed himself as 12 stone.
You're getting a lot of trouble for lying about your people, aren't you?
Oh, who's got control? Come on, Chris on the big screen.
Oh, look at him, bless him.
Chris, mate,
click on Chris.
You could not live like that. I swear to God, you're going to have to cut a pizza shape hole.
He's looking for
talk now, but he can't vape neither.
Jesus. Best thing is he's going to get rats in his shed now. He's going to get rats in his shed.
Have we even spoken about vaping once yet?
Yeah, Chris, and how much he begs from stands. So basically, you know those don't be like bill posts? Like, when you get to Expo, be like the good people.
Don't be like
Don't
Chris.
be like Chris. Be like everybody else.
All right, Chris, unmute yourself now. We want to talk to you. Come on, don't be like that. Oh, is he shooting himself in the face?
That's
Oh, that's a glue gun,
It's a glue gun. He's gluing his
you need to turn it on.
Come on, Chris. Play nice.
Oh, he's had a really bad week, hasn't he?
He actually genuinely has had a really bad week. I'm going to give him a big cuddle when I see him.
I'll give him a cuddle as well. But
there you go. We'll all give you a cuddle, Chris, when we see you.
The only person I want to cuddle off is Leslie. Fuck the lot of you.
Right, we'll pick your dummy up and let's crack on.
Oh, yeah, we've got to talk about Expo, haven't we?
So go on. What shopping list have you got for Expo? That's what I want to know.
Shopping lists.
Because you have a shopping list when you go to Expo, don't you?
You know, the only thing on my shopping list
Go on.
is the Vulcan.
You serious?
Yeah.
You're not fucking paying for that. That's not a very good shopping list.
Well, I didn't know that. I was prepared to pay for it. So
No, you're getting that JB discount.
No, I'm actually really, really, really looking forward to trying it.
Good.
I've tried the mod, and I'm looking forward to trying the RDA.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I think if I try and step away from the shoes of the person whose baby it is and try and look at it objectively, I know it's hard to look at it objectively when you invented it, with a bit of help from that beautiful Tubby in the corner.
You can change that bit word.
Quite a lot of help.
Right.
But I think the mod will probably split opinions. I think because the mod's got a really chunky switch, it's an outie switch, not an innie switch. You know, I think there's going to be things about it that some people adore and some people really dislike. I think the mod will definitely split opinions. But the RDA, I genuinely feel like I've made the RDA that I wished was on the market. You know, I try to say that in as humble a way as possible, but
Humble.
Please, no.
Hashtag humble. Don't get too humble, though.
but I honestly, you know, the whole point of it was supposed to be, why does this exact not RDA exist? It's such a simple idea. It's the most fucking straightforward RDA can be.
Did you just say, why does this not RDA exist?
Why does this RDA not exist?
You didn't say that. You said RDA.
Mate, I mix my words up all the fucking time. I wouldn't be surprised.
Stuart, it does exist. You've just not released it yet. I don't know if you're confused or not. Like that's where we're at.
Dale, when I was designing it, not now. It exists now.
It wasn't clear. You mixed up your words.
I'm so sorry. I've had a really hard week, Dale.
Well,
Don't fucking start with that bollocks, you cunt.
I have a hard week every week, but I mean, I just take it on the chin, like Chris's Saturday nights.
But no, I'm. Anyway, thank you, Mark. I'm really fucking excited to see what people think of it.
Do you know what I'm genuinely excited for? And I'm not saying this to you all know me, but I'm not a kiss ass, right? Stu, and I'm going to apologise for what I'm going to say. I'm looking forward to trying your juice because I still haven't tried it yet.
Why not? I've told you can have a bottle of each.
I know, which I appreciate, but I never took one, and it just kind of it's one of them things where you know it's on your list, you want to do it, you want to have a go, and then you just never get around to doing it, and you keep forgetting, and it goes on and on. I will have the opportunity to actually come over and say, right, what does a beige net taste like, and how can I have a go on it? But genuinely, beige net jokes aside, I want to try it. I want to see what it's all about. I want to see where you come from with it.
I appreciate that, mate. I appreciate that.
We had a discussion when you were obviously talking to me about releasing the juice line, and I did say it was a difficult time to launch one, but it's kept getting momentum over the coming months, which I didn't expect, not because of you or your brand in any way. Like, I'm not being nasty, but with how saturated the market is, I didn't expect Vulcan as a brand to come in and be any different. But it's managed to be different. It's managed to do what I didn't think it could do, or that any juice line could do, and it seems to have kept getting momentum and traction. So I'm genuinely interested to try everything about the Vulcan brand, like to have a go. I'm not a tube guy, but I appreciate a tube. It's like really, really skinny bitches. I'm not into really skinny bitches, but I'll try one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's weird, you know, being on the inside of it all from day one. You know, that mech mod started as literally a drawing on a piece of wood. Chris will confirm that. That mech mod was literally a pencil drawing on a piece of wood.
Did you outline your dick? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I drew it on my wood. Yeah, I'd be lucky to have 25 mil of girth to draw that on. An inch thick? I dream of having an inch thick dick. Dream of that.
You know, I think me and Chris just wish to see ours.
Thing's about 4 inches long, mate. That puts my dick to shame, that does.
The inner diameter of the tube matches his dick, though.
Yeah, I'm more of an 18650.
So if you ever really want a posh do, you can just take the button off and really have a good scene to.
Yeah, exactly. Bang a bit of VG on the inside of it.
The French
even vent holes at the top, mate, so it don't get crusty.
Oh, like a Play-Doh truck, like a Play-Doh.
We thought of everything with the Vulcan one. Not that I recommend that anyone fuck their Vulcan one.
You see it in Daily Sport. Man sues Greggs for burning bell end on pasty. Man sues mod maker for cutting himself on fucking threads.
But also, if you take the drip tip off the cap, you can use it to pleasure your missus as well.
Yeah, I mean, it is, you know, it's nice and rounded. It's got a little rib for her pleasure. It's yeah.
That is a mod for all. You'll be seeing them in Ann Summers.
We thought of everything. We really did think of everything. But you know, as I was saying, it's the same thing with the juice. Like hearing people being excited about the juice, the mod, the RDA, whatever. Like it's such a buzz. But on the other side of it, I've known it since it was, you know, samples that my mixologist was handing to me in unlabeled 10ml bottles with color-coded stickers on them, and I've known it since it was a drawing on a piece of wood, or you know, a line drawing that I knocked up in Photoshop, or and it's weird because I still think of it as those things. I don't think of it as this complete product. You know, I think of it as drawings and test samples and all the fucking arguments with packaging companies and stuff like that. And it's like, oh fucking hell, people are actually getting excited about it. That means something. That's quite special. You know?
That's what I enjoy about the UK industry at the moment. There, like I say, there is the odd knobhead. There is in every industry, but
there's one or two.
You know, you've got like four of us in here have all got companies within vaping. We're all going to be together at Expo exhibiting. You know, on paper, Stu, me and you are in competition with Juice. Me and Mark are in competition with Juice. You know, you and Chris are in competition with. But we can all work on a stand and be amicable, which is a perfect demonstration of how an industry should be.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's enough fucking pie for everyone to have a slice. You know what I mean? It's only when you start. When you start wishing that your slice was bigger than the next man's that it becomes a problem.
In how many industries do you know where people go on holiday and go out for the day and spend time with their competitors and genuinely have a fucking good time?
Yeah. Yeah, it's mad. And the fucking thing. I spoke to you about this last year, Mark, about the stand that had everyone on it. Obviously, that we work with and everyone working together and stuff. And I think Stu's brand will bring people to that stand that have possibly never even heard of us or haven't tried our stuff, and then we'll try Stu's juice, buy the normal purchase. Then even if they don't buy anything, we'll try some of our range they've never tried before. And the people who hadn't heard of Vulcan or who should be hearing about Vulcan or who were waiting to hear about Vulcan, and they know us and they come and try us and they go around and they see Mark's stand, they see Stu's stand, and we're kind of all bumping off of each other to create like a fucking trifecta, no, a quadfecta of fucking great trade, which is an absolute fucking demonstration of how English manufacturing should be. Yeah. And how strong British manufacturing can be when people aren't greedy arseholes. We as a company don't make as much money as people think we do because we're all invested in reinvesting into improvement and to building a strong foundation. You know what I mean? I would rather be built on a solid foundation of good people, good assets, good products than be flying through an industry at fucking 200 mile an hour to drop off the end and think fuck.
Dale and I had a I don't want to use the word private conversation, but a closed door conversation.
Illuminati confirmed.
Huh?
And I wasn't invited.
No, you weren't. It was just Dale and I.
I know it's other people's business. God's sake.
I wanted to talk to Dale. I wanted to run some things off him, and was
it baby oil?
Yeah, and I was honest with Dale that, you know what, I can't see what's happened to the industry. The industry has changed. The industry used to be lots of, you know, everyone looked after each other, everyone got on, but it's turned into such a bitch fest. Everyone's competing, everyone's against each other, and it's gone away from what it used to be.
I think somewhere along the way, people just forgot that the industry's worth enough money that we don't need to squabble and fuck each other over for cash. We can squabble and fuck each other over for real shit if that actually happens. Like 99% of the conflicts that I see starting are over money. And
I think the problem is that, Stu, I think there's so many people that have got into the industry just for the cash, not for the passion of the industry. Not, you know, all of us guys, we all started from grassroots. Let's throw some of those buzzwords out. We all started a while back, a long time ago, and we're in the industry. And you know, I would Dale and I, Stu and I, Chris and I would sooner cut business ties with them than lose them as a friend. All you guys in here are friends. You're not okay. You just happen to own businesses, and yet we all buy off each other. We all.
I don't buy off anyone.
Fuck you. We all. we all look after each other. But I would sooner have the 4 or 5 people in this group as friends rather than fall out over something as stupid as business.
When we've outgrown the business side of things, the business is second nature now. We can actually, like I say, go on holiday, go on days out. Like, I wouldn't have thought in essentially direct competition with. I didn't actually know this, but I was trying to get before I even knew Mark owned Vape years ago. I was trying to get AV Distro at the same time Mark was trying to get AV Distro, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this Vape? I'm getting really fucked off with him now." I found out Mark owned it, and me and Mark ended up being great mates because I was stocking it heavily, Mark was stocking it heavily. He knew more about it than I was, and I was like, "Fucking Vape." Who the fuck are these guys? I really want this fucking shit, and they want happening, and then we're fucking fantastic mates now. Me and Mark have been, we've met up and done shit in our personal life. Me and Stu ain't got time for any of us now because he's hit the big time and stuff.
Fucking hell. Yeah, when like a quarter of your wages or a third of your wages go out on fucking the day that they go in, you've really hit the big time, haven't you?
Oh, mate, you've got it all to come. You've got the 20-hour days to come yet, mate. Oh.
Customer service till fucking 4 in the morning.
Yeah, no, mate, I know.
Do you know, the only reason I went into retail was because I was so brain dead at looking at a computer for that long and talking to people and interacting with people for that. I was like, fuck it, I need a shop. I need to go and speak to people. I want to be face to face with them. Open a shop and within 3 months, like, I don't like people. I don't need, no, I don't like it. I can't talk to people. You ask anyone, the rule with all of our staff, if they answer the phone, I can speak to Dale. I want to know who it is before I'm in. And I want to know who it is, so I might be mixing in the lab and I can't dig down. Right, like that is James will tell you every time I get a fucking phone call, yeah, I'm not in. I don't want to speak to anyone now. I don't want to speak to anyone but you guys and obviously the staff and stuff, but that's it. I'm like, no, I'm not in. I'm not in today. I'm not working. I'm in a meeting. Fuck it. I'm in a meeting.
I reckon it'll be Chandler's turn soon with all of his squonky business.
James Clark has just mentioned in live chat, Mark has excellent customer service thanks to me. Right. So one of my irritants was people.
Full stop.
Days. People not being able to pronounce our brand name. Obviously,
it's easy.
We're Vapesque.
It's Vapesque.
Exactly. So James used to ring the shop regularly, asking for vape squeeze, vape skew. Vape skew was James's, asking for vape skew. And then I found out it was James. And one day the phone rang. And I was that vape squeeze, whatever he said. And it sounded just like James. So, of course, I played along and gave him shit and told him to fuck off and everything else. And it turns out it was actually a customer. So I gave this customer some absolute shit. Ironically, they spent about £300 with us on that call. And I felt guilty as shit. But yeah, James likes to remind me of that.
Oh, Chris.
Yes.
Chris, have you got any of them vouchers left?
Yes.
For Expo?
Yes.
Can we get one to Brad in chat?
Well, don't put the
Brad. Don't.
You better be fucking quick registering it though. It's full of vultures, this chat.
Brad, drop me a PM on Facebook. I'll give you one that's not been flashed all over Facebook.
Yeah, Brad, try and use it. If it doesn't work, I've got another one. You have to be fucking quick on the second time.
I just wanted to say, because Brad put in chat a bit earlier on that should I go to chat because I'm going on my own, and
I'm going on my own. You can tell from this show that I'm clearly not liked by half of these cunts. So
well,
fuck off.
Still
You're tagging onto my part of the stand.
I just wanted to say my first expo that I went on my own. I didn't know anybody at all.
Now he goes with Leslie.
And Yeah, no, she didn't want to go.
That's why you imagined her up, isn't it? So that
Yeah,
Expo's alone.
I needed my imaginary friend to go with me.
Talks to her on the train.
Yeah.
That's what the podcast is, isn't it? Mad ramblings of a fucking.
Is it not worth trying to arrange on sort of the Saturday and the Sunday to arrange sort of a VT UK meetup? I know we all can't possibly make it, but at least set a time for VT UK viewers to sort of meet up, a time and a place. And
Okay, all weekend TYV stand.
That was easy.
Fucking hard that was, Mark.
Are you bringing cups to Expo, Mark?
oh mate, you won't believe the day I've had today.
Oh, okay.
Trying
You're bringing cups to Expo.
trying to get the mugs sorted. We changed the supplier on the mugs, and all the variables changed. So I spent the whole day. What?
Just go to Poundland, buy a set of 6 mugs.
Yeah, they've got to be sublimated mugs, you tit.
What mugs?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they will be there. I think I'm only going to manage probably 20, 30 of each. I've got proper cunty and what's the top one? Fully charged and proper cunty available. I think there's going to be 20, 30 of each available at Expo.
I'll have a John O'Brow, please.
No.
On a Zomo laser.
I'm also going to put up after the show tonight on the VT UK page a list for people to order what they want, but they won't go out until Expo now, unfortunately.
After Expo, you mean?
What did I say?
Till Expo.
Expo.
After Expo. After Expo.
I'm glad that they're sublimated mugs, though, Mark, because I actually don't drink out of non-sublimated mugs anymore. I gave that up because I don't think it's very, very appropriate for people to drink out of sublimated mugs, or not non-sublimated mugs, should I say?
You must be disappointed if you're not drinking a berry mug.
What the fuck is a sublimated mug?
Exactly.
Okay, so sublimation is a process. Sublimation, you print using a specific dye. When you apply heat to said dye onto a said sublimation mug, it vaporizes and turns into a gas and adheres to the mug. There we go.
I thought you meant like a mug that was
See,
amazing.
and that's why I don't drink out of non-sublimated mugs, Dale.
And I thought it was because of religious grounds.
I thought it would tell you
At the end
fortune.
of the day, first it's non-sublimated mugs, and then it's Hitler, isn't it? That's basically the sliding scale of evil.
Like a crystal ball version of a mug. That's what I were on.
The teacher is coming out. Somebody clearly knows my background. Vapes.
By the way, Stu, did you know you still got the price tag on that cap?
It's not the price tag, mate. It's the holographic sticker.
Are you supposed to leave those on?
Yeah.
Chandler, do you want a little journey into the 21st century, mate?
Yeah, go on.
Look at all them stickers, Chandler. I bet it's going to do your fucking head in.
Keep them all on, mate.
You're supposed to keep them on, are you?
Yes, of course
So-
you are.
So my mistake is when I get one, cutting the labels, the labels on that little plastic tag at the back. I should leave them on and all.
Do you cut the labels out of your t-shirts and all?
Well, the ones that are attached, the paper labels that are attached by that little plastic tag.
What about the ones that are attached to the back?
I've got one of those caps, and I'm pretty sure it's got a different sticker on it.
Yeah, well, Tom gave me this one, so it might be a clone.
It is a clone. It's
To
not.
be fair, I found this cap in the drawer earlier today, and I ain't worn it for ages, but it's fucking battered. Look at it. It's all like, it's fucked, mate. It's going to have to go, to be honest, but I just thought, I fancied wearing it today.
I think I've only got the old one because he wouldn't let me have a new era one, I think.
Why, was you after it for free?
Yeah, of course. Obviously.
How much did you pay for the hoodie, Chris?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, how much did you pay for the ones you ransacked out of my box, you wanker?
You see, Chris's Pandora gear turned up at. Why did it turn up at our shop? Why did we have it?
Because it was coming a couple of days before Expo.
Oh, that's right.
I couldn't fly down with it. I was going to ship it to you anyway, so I got it.
So this huge, great big 20-kilo box of clothing turned up to the shop with Pandora all over it. And before I even got a chance to get to it, Lindsay, my other half, was all over it. She's like, "Oh, I love that! I love that! I love that! I love that!"
Chris, do you remember how much I paid for my Pandora T-shirt?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, full retail. That's right. Yeah. Full retail.
I don't think I knew you that well when I'd released the T-shirts, did I?
Well, yeah.
You see, what bothers me is when people offer trade-offs. I was after, at the time, a Rogue hoodie, and an agreement was made. Sorry, Dale. At the time.
Yeah, you remember back when Rogues were cool?
Yeah. James Clark said to me, "Oh, I'll get you one. I'll swap you for a SOS T-shirt." So handed him over the SOS T-shirt. "Oh, sorry, mate, we've run out of hoodies."
What did it? If you'd come to me, Mark, I wouldn't have asked for a sauce T-shirt. I'd have just given you one because I'm a boy.
It would have made you eat chili.
I'll be bringing that up with James, though. Thank you very much for letting me know, Mark.
Dale, do you borrow that 14mm Scoville and punish him? Is that against? Is that against regulations?
Do you remember that one time when Chandler asked us what our shopping lists were for Expo?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. that was a while back, wasn't it?
Chandler, when you're hosting, you've got to get them back on track if they go off the rails.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Because they really go off the rails.
Yeah, I noticed that. So, did anyone actually answer the question? Oh no, yeah. Dale said he wanted your juice, didn't he? And that was about it.
Yeah.
And Mark said he wanted one of your mods. Chris, what's on your shopping list?
Bullshit.
Anything I can get for free, really. So I'll be taking a couple of Vulcan ones and a couple of Vulcan alphas and Stu's virginity.
Is it grown back already?
He's been told he's getting some Vulcan ones and Vulcan alphas, so he's not actually taking the piss for a change.
I might take some Bavarian, just because I've never had it.
Pronounced Bavarian, mate.
I've had some of the Bavarian, but I've heard this is a new one that my mate Stu is telling me about it. But yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I'm bored of buying vape gear.
Or you're so used to getting it for free.
Yeah, if I get it for free, I'm happy enough. But I'm bored of buying vape gear. If I'm honest,
I think
what I want is a Stabwood half.
They are very nice.
He's not there, is he?
No,
Osric, yeah, he's there, isn't he?
I think so.
He might. I don't know if Benji might go to like the Modders Gallery or whatever. I don't know, but a lot of them aren't even for sale, are they? In the gallery?
Well,
no. But that's just like the Swanking world anyway. You're allowed to look at it. You're not allowed to buy it.
Yeah. I mean, apart from that,
Mark Elliott will be able to clear that up. I know there's a handful of people going because they reduced the Modders Gallery to free, didn't they?
Yeah.
They reduced it to free a little bit too late for people to get stuff manufactured. I'm sure Mark will know if Benji's standing. If not, I'm sure he can find out.
I'm certainly planning to leave with some of that pink lemonade anarchist, some broken bad boy, and maybe an Entheon if there's any there, and almost definitely a Me Pod if there's any of those there.
Well, I'm getting a Me Pod. Forgot about that. They're not going to be there, but a man whose dog I know is going to bring me one.
Did you get the Sofocal, Chris?
Chris, if he's going to bring you one, can you get him to bring a couple more, please? You fucking tight prick.
Did you get the same phone call, Chris?
Yeah.
Can you make sure that there's a gold one and a silver one there as well, please?
I'll think about it. I think he's only got digi ones.
Digi?
The digital ones. Orange,
the
black.
ugly ones.
They're nothing. They look nice.
All right.
I mean, nothing's as bad as the pink and fucking yellow one. But yeah, a Me Pod, a NATO by Asylum, and
yeah, that looks fucking nice.
I'm gonna get one of them. There was something else. I'm definitely getting some of that bubblegum juice from Imperial.
Vodka, mate.
I've already been promised that for free as well. Skank. Whoop, whoop.
You're so proud of that as well, you fucking shine.
Is there anything that you're actually willing to shell money out on?
I'm gonna buy
KFC.
KFC. I'm gonna buy some Broken Bad Boy just to help recoup some expenses.
At 50% off.
Well, but I don't really plan on buying anything, to be honest. Not including my shopping list. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of bored of buying vape gear, as I said.
See, there's quite a lot of shit that I kind of want, but it's all sort of kind of want. And I've done the thing before where I've gone to Expo and bought everything that I kind of want, and I've ended up spending way more money than I planned to.
Chris, you remind me of a mate of mine. Yeah, he didn't quit smoking; he just stopped buying them, which basically meant he tapped off us all night. Right? He's like, I'm not quitting smoking; I'm just quitting buying them, and that's exactly you. I'm not quitting vaping; I'm just stopping buying shit.
Yeah,
I've made enough friends over the past few years that I can just tap their shit and not have to pay for it. Obviously, we run our lives based on being able to fund your vape habits. I mean, that's why I set up, to be honest.
I mean, I actually calculated it into my GPs. When I was working out all my GPs, I was like, we'll have to make sure that we make an extra 3% off wholesale and an extra 10% off retail so that we can account for what we're going to give JB for nothing.
See, I would have done that if I'd known what a GP was. So I would definitely have done that.
I mean, I don't think I need anything. Like, there's nothing I could possibly need. I've got about 40 or 50 box mods. I've got about 30 or 40 other mech mods. I've got.
Well, he hasn't got any fucking receipts for them.
You know what? I'm actually looking forward to this.
I mean, this is just my own personal juice. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I need anything. I just like free stuff. No.
That's like a vape shop in New Shed.
Can we not make me out like it to be a right skank? Because I've spent a fucking hell of a lot of money in this industry. It's just now I'm becoming a bit more. If I don't have to pay, why would I?
Because you like to support your friends.
Businesses, you know.
Because you like to support the industry, Chris. Because you like to support your friends, your colleagues, your compadres.
I've bought stuff off you. I've bought more stuff off you than I've had in free shit.
Do you know, I've never had discount off Mark, I don't think. I've never asked for it, never wanted it, and I don't think I've ever had it.
I've never asked for any discount either. I've said...
You've had free shit, though.
Huh?
Yeah, I have had free shit. Yeah, you've given me shit, yeah. But what I'm saying is, when I want something off of you, I want it under the understanding that I'm going to pay retail for it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had free shit off you, Mark, have I?
I've no idea, mate.
And I've sent you samples of things and free products. So you've had more free shit off me than I've had off you.
Yeah, but you've definitely made up for it with me.
I've got a bottle of free shit from here.
Yeah, I gave you some free shit as well once, Dale.
Yeah, you're laughing about it because it's still as full as mine now. How did Serum go, Chris?
It was being sold in a few shops, and I just stopped doing business with the people I was doing it with.
It was floppier than me looking at a naked picture of my nan.
Oh, you're fucking horrible.
Chris, the year you took that was the year that we got absolutely ruined in your hotel room. And I didn't.
Yeah, me and you sat there fucking like some philosophical fucking wise old shaman. We'd drunk God knows how much all fucking day. And then we had 2 litres of Gentleman Jack. And what we did, we ended up drinking Mark's litre. And then I realised I was flying home in a day and I had to fucking drink mine because I couldn't take it on the plane. So we decided it'd be a good idea to drink my one. So we sat there, 2 litres of whiskey done between us. About half of it had been gone from half a litre had gone from the other few nights. Both absolutely cunted, chatting waffle until like 5 in the morning. Then I got woken up by whoever I was in the room with, like 7. And
you're on your own.
Oh, was I? No, Damon come and stayed over.
Right.
That was the night that Damon was arriving late and staying in my hotel room.
Chris, I've just sent you something in the group chat.
I will have a look.
Yeah, what time did I turn up to the show the next?
Yeah, I'm getting to that bit. We were absolutely cunted. I got woken up at stupid o'clock in the morning. I went to the show, spent all day dying, and Mark was supposed to be bringing me something. I don't know whether it was KFC or what. I don't know. He was bringing me something to the show, and I was texting him, "Are you coming? Are you coming?" First 20 times I texted him, no reply. Anyway, we're doing this giveaway on the big stage right at the end. And literally, it was just before the show was closing. So I'm up on the stage, and I just see this head above the whole crowd just bobbing towards us. And Mark had dragged himself out of bed at about 5:15. Got to the show. We're shutting at 6:30. He had slept all fucking day. So I was dying, and I just see his head.
Remember that conversation we had on the live the other day where I was saying that Mark doesn't get up before noon?
I couldn't believe it. And the worst thing was,
Dolan.
I wish that was the case. I really do.
we're only there Saturday and Sunday.
But the thing is, Dale will back this up. Dale, typically on a normal night, what time?
Oh no, that was Vape Jam, Mark. That wasn't Expo.
It was Expo.
No, it wasn't. It was Vape Jam because that was where the blokes come round to that hotel and offered us drugs outside.
No, that was another one.
That's nice
That
of
was
you.
the other show.
No, I swear it was Expo. It was Vape Jam. It was the one where we were in London and then we had that seating area outside. I swear it was.
It wasn't, because I got a ticket for overparking in the car park. I'm sure it was Holiday Inn, Birmingham.
Probably. I don't fucking know. I give up caring now.
Either way, Dale, typically on a normal night, what time do you tend to get to bed?
About 2.
2, 3,
No, late as fuck.
and then you're up at what time?
7, half 7, 10.
sometimes days catch up on you, and the days that people want to talk to you, the days that you've decided to have a lay-in, and it just seems to be that Stu always seems to try to message me when I'm sleeping in.
If I could fully enjoy an expo without actually leaving the hotel, I would be fully fucking happy. Well, the problem with being at the expo, the nights are always great. You know what I mean? Get up and having breakfast with all your fucking mates is great, especially when they're like 30 a year. It's fucking fantastic, right? Unless you're having to order off a menu, then it's pretty shitty because you're waiting ages. But if you're going out like at the expo itself, it can be fucking amazing, or it can really hit you, like, especially by like Saturday afternoon, because B2B in October last year was the busiest fucking day. Yeah. We nearly took as much on B2B day, like financially, as we did on the Saturday and the Sunday together, which you wouldn't expect because everything's cheaper on B2B day. But honestly, it's fucking grueling, man. I know people love expos to go to as consumers, and you're tired from walking around, but until you've worked an expo stand for 3 fucking days, you don't know what it's like.
Not the same deal at all, is it?
No, you are fucking non-stop fucked. I don't even do much. Like, I just mill about and talk to people, but it's fucking, that's tiring. I dread to think what my staff feel like.
Dale, Stu, not last expo, but the expo before. What was I like on the Sunday?
Oh, mate, you're a fucking state. Ghost of a man. There was nothing left of you.
Yeah, I think you and 2 other members of your staff were sleeping behind the stand, weren't you? Was that
just... Fuck you.
Chandler, what's on your shopping list for Expo?
The only thing I want to try and get is an Entheon, same as you. I'm looking at really want a Entheon. Just saw it, single coil, thought, yeah, I'll have one of them.
Is that the new Cyclone thing?
Yeah.
They're in cheeky vape already.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do quite fancy them. I'm not desperate for one because I ain't got anything to put it on yet. Like, I kind of want a nice new squonk setup, but I want to drop quite a bit of money on one, and I can't really afford it at the moment. So I'm not desperate for an Entheon until I got something nice to sit it on.
Yeah,
I could make some suggestions, but it might be a month or so away yet.
Oh yeah, that's happening again, is it?
Yeah, it never was not.
Oh, it's just you haven't mentioned it for such a long time.
Just waiting for things to move forward.
Should we boner?
Let's boner.
I think we probably should.
I've only got one boner for this week. I need to open Padlock.
I've only got one as well, actually.
Can I go first?
Go on.
What?
Now this one's come up in a few chat groups this week. I'm not going to play the video, but I'll drop it in John O'Brow for now.
Oh no, I've got 2 boners, but one's got a video. One's not a picture.
Has it appeared yet? There we go.
Oh God.
Now this one was brought to my attention by James Clark, and there is a brilliant video that accompanies this. So those of you that want the Wagner juice,
Yeah, not even joking. This is a real thing. This is a real thing.
Video, Mark.
huh?
Find the video.
Bear with me. Talk about it, guys.
Well, look at this. For a start, every single picture that he could possibly be holding a mod, the only one where he is playing the bongo, so couldn't possibly be vaping, he's blowing out vapor.
Yeah,
that's annoying. It is.
What? Hang on. Jay has just said that he's reviewed it.
why?
Hashtag free shit. Go on, Jay. Why would you?
Oh, it has. It's the first one that comes up. You spent 15 minutes. 15 minutes, Jay.
To be fair, Mark, we'll probably spend 15 minutes on it as well.
They're actually not bad. Seriously.
Oh, don't tell me that.
No.
I hope he's exhibiting.
What song should we ask him to sing if he's exhibiting?
The wild card is nice. No, sorry.
Mint ice cream. Yeah.
To me, you know, to drag something out. So there's a few celebs. Didn't Charlie Sloth do one a couple of years ago with
That's still going because obviously it's made by what the fuck are they called? Where Josh used to work. Totally Wicked.
Totally Wicked, yeah. There's so many celebrity endorsed.
Fatty's Juice.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
So, is anyone not aware of who Wagner is?
I'm a little confused.
He's a Z-list celebrity that was on the X Factor like fucking 10 years ago or something. Probably longer than that now.
I know who you.
You know when like a nutter gets quite far through every now and again?
Yeah.
You know when like they accidentally let one slip through?
Hang on. Chris.
Yes.
Wagner.
Yes.
Did you not have a video made by Wagner?
I did, yeah. I do.
I forgot about that.
I think it was like
the hoodie that he's wearing, the hoodie that Chris is wearing, the coils glowing, juice flowing, clouds blowing. He had him say that out melodically and sing it to us.
And then he did that Fat Man trombone.
Yeah, Chris made a recording of the guy following him with the tuba, sent it to Wagner, and he started making that sound.
I mean, he should have stuck to that, really.
Have you got that video, Chris? You've got to share that video. Someone must have it.
I don't know. It'll be in time hop, so you'd have to wait till whenever it was.
I genuinely love so many things about this advertisement, though. Like, my favourite thing, I think, is Wagner Juice, an e-liquid range by Wagner. Say Wagner again.
Okay, maxvg.net/Wagner.
Wagner. Also, Bongos, Wagner's favourite biscuit. A classic custard cream infused with sweet strawberry. There's no such fucking biscuit. How is it his favourite biscuit? There's no such fucking thing.
I think he's on about that jam wheels, whatever they're called.
Jammy Dodgers? They've not got custard in them.
No, not Jammy Dodgers. You know the ones you get in like selection tins?
Jammy Dodgers.
There's only like 2 of them and then your nan nicks them.
Jammy Dodgers.
They're not Jammy Dodgers, you dick.
Jay's Vape Reviews are saying a Viennese well. Viennese well's it's not a fucking custard cream. It's 2 bits of shortcake with whipped cream in the middle and fucking strawberry jam.
Wait, we are all agreeing that it's definitely not called a fucking bongo, is it?
I'm not having this. I don't like lying on products.
And look at his face in the middle avatar. It looks like literally like a non-blue avatar.
It looks like he's pushing a poo out.
The X Factor. I'm sure there's got to be something there to sweet fluffy pancakes covered in raspberry with a small scoop of cream.
Yeah, you can really taste the size of the scoop.
Oh.
Jay's really sticking up for this. Jay, do you have some sort of financial interest in this range?
Yeah, it won't get any more free if he says it's shit.
Can we continue reading these descriptions because they're actually really good?
Go for it.
Love Shack. Wagner made it clear to us that one of the flavors he wanted to incorporate into his range was honey. So here it is, a creamy sponge cake covered in sweet honey. Since when is sponge cake?
Here it is.
You found it.
Yep. I found it, and it's a bit low tech. I'm just going to play it on my damn phone.
Wagner here to tell you all that I have just launched my own new liquid range with the guys from maxvg.net. We are doing a launch giveaway. You can win an Xbox One, the whole Wagner juice range, and a load of other vaping gear. The link to their page is in the description. Oh,
that was a deep throat to laugh.
Wagner juice.
He doesn't look like he's ever vaped in his life.
Doesn't at all, does it?
That was a deep throat to lung. That was definitely not.
That is someone vaping that has never vaped before.
Oh, do you even vape, bro? No.
I thought you'd found Dale's one.
Oh, I can't even tell you the levels on which this makes me fucking angry.
I don't know, I really hope he's at Expo so I can get him to do that and follow me around for the weekend. I mean, I'm not being funny. If you do this, you'll do anything for money. Making stupid videos.
So where are we going to stick it on the board then?
I think we should wait for Jay's opinion. Jay, where should it be on the board, mate?
Let's see how much money he's got invested in this. Come on.
Because let's be honest, it's obviously somebody else's juice that they're just getting Wagner to
endorse. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, clearly.
I think I just stated the obvious, didn't I? Really?
Chris, how much did it cost you to have that video made?
Like 35 quid.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was 40 because the song didn't have any lyrics or something. Yeah, because it was like 25 quid or something for a shout out. Then it was like 30 quid.
Hold fire.
Mark,
hold
check
fire.
your PM.
I've got.
Because it had a shout out, a endorsement, and a song. It cost me like 40 quid.
Would have only been a fiver had you not had the shout out as well.
Well, because I made sure they mentioned TYV and I made sure that they did the Fatty song.
Right. So, here we go. Stand by.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, now then.
Share screen.
Oh, that means I've got to stop screen sharing in a minute.
Stop screen sharing.
Message from Chris. Shout out Dale, Lindsay, Huge Thomas and the Vaping crew, and those Yorkshire Vapor guys. Coils glowing, juices flowing, clouds blowing. A message from Chris to shout out Dale, Lynn.
Oh, it's painful.
Huge Thomas and the Vaping crew, fucking hell.
Painful. It's painful to watch.
The thing is, anyone who's willing to do that for money, do you know what I mean? He's got a fucking. There's not a lot he probably wouldn't do. So endorsing a juice brand is probably the least embarrassing thing he's ever done.
The whole thing just makes me feel deeply uncomfortable. I just don't like it.
Mm.
I think it's going to be almost shite. Probably helped by the fact that Jay says the juice isn't too bad.
To be honest, I quite like him.
Jay's not answering the question. Where are we putting this juice range, Jay? Come on. Are we Zomoing it? Is it proper cunty? Is it?
I quite like him as a person. I think for the novelty purpose, I quite like him. But again, I don't think it's like bringing in something completely unnecessary into the industry and making it novel, you know?
I don't have so much of an issue with the concept of celebrity endorsed liquids. If the celebrities actually vape and actually have something to do with the liquid and are actually celebrities.
Yeah, like if like you guys know that Rufus Hound vapes, if he come out of a liquid, it wouldn't be that bad.
Rufus Hounds is one of my customers. Don't knock Rufus Hounds.
That's what I'm saying. You know that he vapes, so if he come out of a range of liquid, it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
It's the fact that, like
Rufus Hound is your customer.
Rufus Hounds is one of our customers. He's a really nice bloke.
Awesome. There you go. Sorry, I'm easily impressed with shit like that. So.
You see, James has just said in the chat, basically, you want to vape Tom Hardy juice. But seriously, if Tom Hardy approached any vape company saying, I want to do an endorsed juice line, they'd be idiots not to take him up on it. Absolute idiots.
I agree.
If he went to any vape company in the world and said, I want you to make this juice line for me and put my name on it, you would fucking leap at the chance.
especially if the juice was called Shoot At.
Yeah. I came for a fucking shoot at.
That should be the advert. That should be like there'll be a little jingle with that in it.
Yeah.
There's been quite a few this week. He's refusing to answer the question, isn't he?
Yeah, fuck him. It's going in proper country.
I want other people to continue, but I've got a few more things to add shortly. So please continue without me.
Okay, I will go next then. Right, my first boner.
Chris, does that thing that you put in the group chat annoy you?
It does, but I'm not touching it in a minute.
All right.
It annoys me a lot, but after being exposed for the free shit tramp that I am.
Oh God, this. This.
So let me explain this to you guys, right? So this tank has 2 tanks split down the middle by some division, yes,
right? It does. It's an RDTA, isn't it?
Yeah, the deck, it's like the avocado. So the deck has a negative, an up positive, and a down positive. Each one then individually creates a circuit with the 2 coils, and those uppy downy buttons for the power are for each individual coil. So you can have 2 coils with 2 juices and run them independently or together. Now the idea itself sounds the bollocks.
Yeah, but it's made by Pro, so it'll be awful.
I've used one, so I just wanted to know what your thoughts are, based purely on the idea of the product.
Surely it's awful. Surely it's terrible.
Why if you wanted to mix 2 juices together, why don't you just get a bottle and mix 2 fucking juices together?
The idea, I think, is supposed to be that you can dial in separate powers for each coil, and each coil is effectively firing 1 juice independently. Because the wick is going into one half of the tank, and it's a serial RDA, so it's 1 single coil setup on each side of the RDA. And the idea is that you can dial different amounts of power for each juice to adjust how much of each flavor comes through in the final vape.
And you can put like a Clapton in one side and a standard 5 wrap 20 gauge in the other or whatever. So it's like essentially 2 completely independent products together.
The idea, the principle, sounds potentially fantastic. You could do some really cool shit with it. But I don't trust Pro to be the ones that crack that.
I mean, it works, but the airflow is shit. The flavor is shit. It has, in concept principle alone, it is genius. The actual product itself, meh, not so much. But yeah, I was just interested to know your thoughts, because I was really sort of interested in it when one of my pals brought it around. Was like, can you put a decent build in this for me? I says, yeah, no worries. And then I was like, oh, it's simple enough to build. And then I saw the Delrin insulator separating the top and bottom positives, and I thought, what the fuck is that for? Then I stuck it on. I'm heating up. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, only 1 coil is heating. And yeah, it turns out that's because only 1 lot of power was on. Yeah. So I'd heated and set up one coil perfectly, and I was like, why is the other one not firing? And then I realized that because one was set to like 60 watts and one was set to 0.
So the only thing I can see with this, the real issue I can see with this is typically experienced vapors, like people that are getting a bit long in the tooth, tend to not go for stuff like this. They tend to think it's a bit of a waste of time, bit of a waste of money. It probably won't be very good. It's usually not their cup of tea. They're usually very set on what they like. They know what they like. They know how to use it. They know why they like it. And stuff like this just isn't really what they're looking for. So I can only help but imagine the market for this must be fairly new vapors, people that are easily suckered in by gimmicks.
Yeah.
You know, not trying to be unfair on the manufacturer. I think that's just realistic to say. If that just sounds to me like an opportunity for inexperienced vapors to create 1,000,001 new fucking issues that vape shops have to sort out for them.
Yes. Like,
I think I'd use it. I can see people using it as taking out 2 separate tanks. I'd use them independently. I'd have one, and then I can now go from my Heisenberg on one to my Hakucho in the other. You know,
what would be pretty cool is if you could put 0 milligram in one side and a nick shot in the other.
And then accidentally put the nick shot up to 100 watts and the 0 milligram to like 10 watts.
Yeah.
Control the amount of nicotine you get in. I like that idea. Badgers made a sensible comment. I'm assuming you can only use that mod, that ATI on that mod. There's
no, you can use any ATI on the mod. You can only use that RDA on that mod, I think. I've not tried it on anything else, to be honest.
Yeah, presumably the mod will fire a normal RDA. You'll just only use one set of
the mod does fire a normal RDA. What it is like the 510 connection inside the screw part has another like hole in it, which like a squonk one would have, but it's got a pin that protrudes further on that RDA, that RTA thing that goes into that, makes another connection. But it's spring loaded, so it will flatten down on a normal mod. So I'm presuming that RDA can work on a normal mod because presumably that middle would shut down, compress with a spring, and they would both touch then the 510 and the mod. But I don't know. It would fire both coils at the same time, obviously.
It sounds like the concept is something to watch, but this concept iteration of it is probably bollocks.
I think the concept is genius. I think in itself, it's a bit impractical. It's a pain in the ass to build. And if you look how long that fucking tank is, right? This is another thing that pissed me off. It comes with 2 blocks, right? 2 metal blocks, stainless steel blocks inside the tank, which take up enough space for it to be 2 mil TPD compliant. But when you actually take the whole thing apart, you can unscrew it and pull out these blocks and open it up, which I think is obviously going to get shut the fuck down when it comes around to actually allowing people or disallowing people from being approved for the TPD TRPR. But also, the wicks need to be about 15 feet in length, which is really pissing me off because I had to build the cunt. So you need at least, I'd say, 20-25 centimeters of cotton to then cut it in half, to then get it through. And you've got to leave, a good inch either side, if not an inch and a half, in order to poke. But then the holes, you have to poke it down to get it into the well, are tiny as well. So you've got to keep a massive long strand, long enough to reach the bottom, thick enough to absorb the liquid, but thin enough to fit through that hole. It was just a big pain in the dick. So yeah, I would like to put it on running empty. The concept in itself is genius.
I can go with that.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Oh, who's that going?
Right, my second one comes in a form of a video. So let me try and I need to try and get this up.
So is it going proper cunty or running empty?
What, the
The 2-in-1.
I've already moved it to almost shite.
Oh. There we go. Carry on.
Right, 2 seconds.
I need to stop screen sharing again now, don't I? So that you can screen share.
Yeah, I need to screen share. So I give you this. This is Tesla's new mod, which looks like it's had sex with a Zomo laser.
That looks fucking banging.
Whoa. Yeah, it's the steampunk that's like inside a Zomo laser.
It's exactly. It looks like
It looks like a glass-backed watch.
The Invader Mini has been stuck inside a Zomo laser 255.
It looks like a watch that has a glass back.
Do those cogs actually turn?
Like fuck, do they?
It is. It looks like the back of my watch.
I'd love to say I like it, but I really don't like it.
It's a bit, yeah.
I think it's like a Zomo laser.
Oh, here we go. There's always someone who says nice looking mod when one of these ugly fucking things come up. Last time it was Dale.
This time it's Dale. I fucking like the look of it.
For fuck's sake. Mate, you are beyond helping, you are. You've got people like fucking Ben around you that go around with shit like purges, like proper exquisitely fucking crafted shit, and you think that some cogs in a fucking Perspex window make a good looking mod. Like,
if it's good enough for a Leicestershire hotel, it's good enough for a mod.
My opinion on that is what a shitload of wasted space. I mean, the whole reason that mod is as big as it is because half of it's just air and perspex and.
Are you talking about the mod or Chris?
Chris is mostly air and perspex. That is a reasonable review.
And a shitload of wasted space.
Oh, Chris, you're really getting it tonight, aren't you, mate?
Oh, he looks really upset. I wish I had a comment.
That's the only way we know.
Them puppy dog eyes don't work on me, Chris.
Chris, what's it called?
Steampunk
2, isn't it?
Steampunk 220.
I love it. I'm on board.
I mean, it's not as ugly as the Zomo Laser 255 GT. I'll give it that. More
Hashtag not ugly.
But can you say in that video, did you see when the lights start flashing?
Oh, it's still fucking disgusting. As far as I'm concerned, any mod that has lights in it, any tank that has lights in it, is instantly in the bin for me. Yeah, Chum, you've watched this show before, haven't you? You know my feelings on Smock, right?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Yeah, okay, good.
Cube is the biggest bag of shit ever. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. The R200. No, not the R2. What's the one they had that had the built-in battery?
The R80.
That's the biggest bag of shit. The
R80 was awesome. We only exchanged about 60 of them.
It weighs about 3 grams. I want to know what's in it. Fucking watch batteries.
It was leaking. Like inside the mod, the battery started leaking. And I took it apart trying to repair it. Do you want to know what they look like?
It's disappeared. That means he's got one.
Do you know what they look like?
No.
Inside of that, there's essentially two 18650 without a wrap, held together by tin foil.
Wow.
I'm not even exaggerating.
That sounds terrible.
It is literally like tin foil strips connecting the batteries together in serial. So when it was hissing, the battery was breaking, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? It was because, oh, for fuck's sake. Who bought a Guardian?
Well, look, I'll give you 3 guesses. Who's the one that's holding it?
It looks like a fucking shit golf club.
I bought one.
Why?
Because I had them in the shop. I bought a few. It's called stock.
Buy one for personal use?
I did, yeah. I didn't buy one. I just kept one. But they sold like fuck. The one before that, the Guardian 2, I used to have my Nautilus on it with a big fucking metal tip. The wood effect on it looked fucking awesome.
Yeah, that.
I don't mind the Guardians. I think the helmet tank that runs on them Guardians is one of the few nice things that Smock have made.
I think the Guardian.
You don't like the Smock tree box?
The what?
The Smock tree box.
I don't know if I've seen the Smock tree, but oh, is that the wooden one?
Was
yeah.
that by Smock? I thought Treebox was a separate company.
Well, Smock must have ripped him off then, because the Smock was the tree box was a Smock.
I've not seen
Okay.
it.
Ripping someone off? Come on now.
Smock tree box. Let's have a look.
Are we leaving this
That's
Tesla?
one of my bonus, because I thought that were nice.
Are we leaving this Tesla Punk 220 in proper country?
Yeah.
I think you bang out of order. You don't even tried it yet.
Does anyone see it ever being any higher than proper country?
No.
I reckon, at the very least, pretty good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the owner of the Yorkshire Vapor,
Exquisite
one of the
taste.
most successful vaping companies in the UK.
I have class. Just because you guys are devoid of any sort of class.
Class. You're the sort of person who'd go into a wine tasting and say, "You got to give me some of that Rioja."
I go to a wine and cheese place often.
And how often do you buy wine?
Well, I don't drink, Chris, so it'd be a pretty pointless purchase. Isn't it?
You go in there.
Hey, did you know, Chris, that this guy got a personal license?
Hey, I went in there and he gave me #team free shit, the Yorkshire Vapor discount of £1 on a £47 bottle of gin.
Mate, give me.
He says, "I'll give you the Yorkshire Vapor discount." I said, "Oh, cheers, mate." He said, "Yeah, £47." I was like, "How much are they retail?" Is that 48? I was like, "Oh, thanks. Cheers, mate."
He's definitely mugged you off, mate. 'Cause he gives all our customers 10% off. So you got fucking mugged off, mate. He probably thought you've had enough gin and cheese.
Can I do my next ones?
Go on.
God.
Right, there's 2 photos for this, and
If this is anything to do with free shit, and one of them's me, you can fuck.
no, not at all. So I'm dropping them both in John Brow. I need to be careful on the second one. I don't put any company names in. John Brown. There we go. So I know we've mentioned this before, but I should have brought this up earlier in the show.
What the fuck was that? Click it, Stu.
All right.
Is that shampoo in the top one?
So the first one, do you recognise that branding?
It looks like that Horny Juice Co.
Yeah, that's vodka. That's where Horny stole their design from.
I've not seen it.
Oh God. Oh God, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Oh my.
What?
I'd like to thank someone for handing those photos over during the week. I'm not going to say who it was. They know who they are.
I mean, for a start, the fucking Ferrero Rocher one, they've not even called it anything different.
Do you know what this is like when you go into Lidl's and go to the chocolate aisle? Anyone been in the chocolate aisle of Lidl's?
Yeah. And they've got very similar looking branding on, but they don't usually have a very similar name. It's usually a different name, but just similar styled.
Is that Z on the end of Snickers to make us think it's Polish?
Yeah, Snickers.
Can I ask with the bueno why they've got corn on there?
Yeah, vanilla and corn flavoured Buenos. I've eaten loads of those.
What?
And the hazelnut one's got a picture of what looks like Milky Ways. They don't even know what they're ripping off.
Anyone fancy some Horlicks?
Horlicks.
Horlicks.
I used to love Horlicks, but I don't think as a vape, I imagine it tasting like sweet cardboard.
Oh God, yeah.
Like, it's quite a bland flavour. If you think about it, it's a nice flavour, but it's quite bland.
Yeah.
As a vape, it'd be like vaping, like
Milk.
It's like vaping porridge.
I'll tell you what though, JB knows what I'm talking about when I say this, and Mark probably does as well. I can think of one vaping group in particular that all of these will fucking appear in before the end of the week.
Absolutely. And then they'll be up for sale the week after.
One of them.
They'll be up for sale the week after, half empty.
And there'll be fucking juice reviews on them as well.
That Kit Kat is obviously how they get drugs into prison.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was just about to say, why would you name something with Ket in the name?
That's how you get drugs into prison, Mark.
Apparently the 6 milligram makes you pretty hoarse as well. Thank you. I'm here all week.
It's a knockout juice.
Yeah. It's a bit of a downer though, isn't it?
And I was actually surprised by the Horny range. I didn't realise that it was a rip-off.
Clearly they're branding off that, aren't they?
We've got a friend who's over in the States at the moment who sent this photo across.
What's that? Horny? Who makes it a horny what?
Horny.
Horny what?
It's just called Horny. It's just chav juice.
Horny e-liquid. It's better not come up with some weird fetish porn.
It will.
Don't just do the search before you share your screen.
Is it horny flavour? Oh yeah.
And I was, you know what? When that photo was sent into the group, I was like looking at it, thinking, "Fucking hell, they do big bottles of e-liquid." I didn't realise Horny had blah 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 blah. And then I was like, "Why is it next to Smirnoff? Why is it next to vodka?" And then I realised that it was, yeah, proper fucking skank.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
What's Pinberry?
Pinberry, that juice is actually really quite nice. I didn't realise that they'd stolen the name as well.
So it's 50-50, which I don't get. You don't see many short fill 50-50s, and especially when you're diluting it to a 60-40 PG and people are dripping this shit.
Yeah.
It's mental.
I'm just trying to see whether the colours of these bottles match up to the flavours that are on there.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, isn't it?
So what are we going for? IP theft? How are we going to name this? I know Stu likes a bit of IP theft.
Yeah, well, it's theft of branding, isn't it? It's not really intellectual property as such. It's theft of branding.
It's pretty pants, isn't it, really?
It's from Malaysia.
Country.
Yeah.
I'm going to delete the chocolate bars one and just use the vodka picture.
Oh, can I just say, Savage e-liquids are going to be there at this thingy. If you want a challenge, try sticking that in a dripper.
Savage, yeah, that's made by House of Creams. All their stuff is 60-40 or 50-50.
So not the Malaysian stuff.
Yeah, and the Savage range is full of WS-23. It's similar to that lemonade that you used to stock, Mark.
Oh, what? Oh, what was that? What was that lemonade called?
The stuff in the blue bottle.
Ecstasy lemonade. My God.
Yeah, it's similar to that. I've got a bottle of their lemonade. It's fucking deadly. I'll tell you what, though. Ministry of Creams actually met one of my all-time favourites. One called Strana, like a strawberry and banana. And that's 60-40. I used to drip that.
It's not even a 60-40. It's the amount of WS-24 in it.
Yeah, it is. It is cold as a polar bear's toenails.
Did you just say WS-24?
Yeah, he doesn't care. You know what JB's like? He does what the fuck he wants.
Zero fucks given. What's it called?
WS-23.
It doesn't matter what it's called.
Well, it doesn't matter what it's called if you want to use it.
Yeah, what did it say it's called?
Literally straight to the point.
Yeah.
Okay, what have you got?
Was it WD-40?
Mine are all relatively pleasant, I'm afraid. I'll do what I always do and start mine in John O'Brow. And
we need to fill up pretty pants.
Just before you get going, has anyone got the? Because I still can't get in it. So has anyone got mine off the group chat?
I'll pull yours off now.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
nice.
My first one is Mr. Tim Davies. Anyone that's a regular on Mech Addiction will be familiar with him. And his company, Slammer Mods. Now, politics aside, because he does occasionally do some stuff that I don't agree with, and I've spoken out quite a lot about that kind of thing. I do also always make a point of giving a nod to craftsmanship and excellent work. And Tim, over the years that I've seen him engraving vape stuff, it's been a couple of years now, I think, that he's been working on vape stuff. He's gotten so fucking good. I mean, come on, can we take a minute to look at that?
Hang on.
I've got some really nice enclosures that I paid for about 2 or 3 years ago that I've never used. I'll show you. Let me get one.
I mean, when he first started posting stuff on Mech Addiction, it was all relatively simple stuff, and it was good, but not, you know, not the best you've ever seen. But his stuff now is just fucking quality.
That's really nice.
Absolute quality. Actually thinking about approaching him to do a run of 50 limited edition Vulcan 1s at some point.
We're getting him to acid etching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're also working on some coloured LEs that are going to be out around the new year.
Bear with.
Yeah, you take your time, mate. We'll just focus the camera on him again so that we can look at his balls wobbling around in those shorts again.
Let's watch Chris rummage in his cupboard.
The amount of fucking cock room in them shorts, though.
Ah! It's raining stuff on me.
Have you found them?
Raining stuff. Hallelujah, it's raining stuff.
I'm 1.5.
Well, 1.5 will do.
No, because the other half of this one's the bollocks.
How can you lose half a box? Don't you keep it with the other half?
Well, they're not attached by anything, so it just falls off in a minute.
What are we doing?
This is just fucking derailing the show by spending ages rummaging in the cupboard again.
I've got it.
He does this every fucking week. You bring up a point and then he takes fucking 10 minutes to find something while we just stare at him.
So this one isn't my favourite one. But, let me click on me so I can see what you can see.
Oh yeah, I'll click on you. There you go. You're focused. Yeah, you see, that's the sort of shit that I disagree with.
I had it done for me. It wasn't for sale. I chose this design and asked for it to be done.
Yeah, but he still charged you to do that.
No, he didn't charge me nothing.
Okay, that's fine then. If you did it just for you, it was a freebie. Oh, of course it was a freebie. It was you.
Yeah, this one.
Ah.
Is that cool as fuck or what?
Yeah, I dig the artwork on them.
To be honest, they need polishing, and they're literally blank boxes. But I mean, I've had them for 2 years, but I will get around to doing something with them.
Yeah, you'll just put your coils in there, won't you? Just fill them up with
I might turn
ready-made coils.
I might turn one of these into a proper nice squonker.
So can we just put Slammer Mods like right up high on the boner board for just being probably one of the best engravers I've actually fucking even seen?
It is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
Freaking awesome, is that what we're saying?
Freaking awesome.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, Tim. I don't know whether Tim watches the show or not, but freaking awesome, that'll do. Next one. So this is what I think I've decided is my new unicorn. I think this is the setup that I really, really want, and they're really fucking hard to get. But I just wanted to share a bit of gushiness because I fucking love these white Delrin freehands. It's called the Bliss from Limelight Mechanics.
Yep.
And they come with the MOSFET switch, so they've got that clicky button, not the squidgy mechanical button. And I just think they're fucking stunning. Like, they properly make my belly fizz.
I completely agree with you. However, they've had their problems.
You're still focused on me, apparently.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Bad production. This little guy.
Yeah, they've had their problems. You know, they've released some good ones and released some bad ones. And you only had to look in some of the groups and see how many were being passed on very quickly.
I mean, I bought a billet box off the owner of Limelight Mods. I didn't know it was the owners until I got it. But I did think about rekindling that conversation to get one because they do look nice. But again, I've heard mixed reviews.
Well, I'll tell you who actually originally set me off on this tangent. It was Phil Reeve. He's got a walnut one, and he's had the switch upgraded to the FET switch in his, I believe.
Yep.
And I had a little go. I can't remember what he had on it. I think he might have had a Hadley on it, if memory serves. I think it was a Hadley. I'm not sure. If he's in the chat, then I'm sure he'll say, because he's normally in the chat. I had a go on his, and I was just fucking blown away. It was so nice. Like the fit in your hand was really comfortable. The switch was really nice. You know, the bottle was nice and soft. The bottle was really easy to access. Like your ring finger just kind of falls over it, so you just sort of compress your hand around it, and you'll naturally squeeze the bottle. Was it a goon? Right, Phil said it was a goon that was on top. Wasn't paying much attention to the Atty. It was the mod that I was paying more attention to.
That drip tip is ugly though, isn't it?
Yeah, that drip tip is a fucking abortion, mate. It's absolutely disgusting. Whoever owns that drip tip should be ashamed.
That looks like a Hadley.
Yeah, it's a Hadley with the aftermarket caps that aren't made by
Cyclone
mods. Yeah, it's one of the aftermarket caps that's made by someone else, because they've got the circular holes that line up really weird with the oval or rectangle holes.
I've got to say, whilst we're talking about squonking, picked up the pulses today, and for a 40 quid squonk mod, my God.
With the RDA or on its own?
No, on its own.
That thing's got a locking switch on it as well, hasn't it? The Pulse BF.
Yeah, it does look a bit. I've not got one here, but the locking switch does look a bit odd. Janky, yeah, janky's a good word.
I actually just found out the other day as well. I don't know whether they're out yet or coming out, or I don't know, because I don't really know much about how Limelight Mechanics do their shit. I only got into their group today. But there's also a version of the freehand that's in frosted Delrin. Frosted Ultim. And I know that like Ultim is the great divide in vaping. I know some people absolutely fucking hate it and some people fucking adore it. But I happen to be a big fan of Ultim. And also saying that I was interested in the Entheon, just today I've also found out that there's frosted Ultim caps for the Entheon. So now I'm thinking to myself, maybe I want an entire piss setup. You know, the P hand, as it were.
I don't know if I'm a fan of the whole Ultim setup thing, but I do like an Ultim drip tip.
But these free hands, I just think they're fucking gorgeous. I just genuinely think they're fucking gorgeous.
See, for me, I'm not a big fan of what I call piss. I hate Ultim. Really gone off Ultim. Regardless, as far the Limelight, yeah, as Ollie said, customer service is exceptional. However, there's too many problems for me. I couldn't put it any higher than meh.
Meh for Dolan. I mean, I want it up in like pretty good, maybe freaking awesome. I mean, like, I really want to own one of these things. I can't really see it being any lower than freaking awesome for me.
Why don't we go halfway in between and stick it in pretty good?
Yeah.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but if I get one, it's going up. You understand that, right?
It's going down.
No, if I get one, it's going up, because hopefully enough people will watch VT UK by the time I've saved up the money that we'll actually have an effect on the secondary market. So that's what we do, you see. All the gear that we want or that we want to sell, we put it high on the boner board so that the secondary market price goes up.
Right.
That's why Dale's fighting for the Zomo.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have to bring them down to 60 quid.
How much are they?
Well, you fucked my boner up completely. I was going to put the new Zomo up. I'm not going to risk it being in the shitty part of the board.
Hey, mate, it's your responsibility to argue it to where you want it.
I don't have to argue now. I think anything that looks like a caravan panel in a mod is everything I'm looking for.
Looks like a what?
A panel heater in a caravan.
The Zomo laser looks a bit like if army jerry cans were clear.
To me, it looks like a gaming computer, a really small gaming computer.
Like a retro arcade machine.
No.
Come on, someone got a picture of it we can stick up.
Go on, Dale. Get your new fucking Zomo up there.
I don't have it. Someone showed me it the other day.
What's it called? I'm sure Dolan could find it.
What's that?
The new Zomo mod.
No, I'm not going to waste my time.
You're all bang out of order. You're all bang. You've got no class.
Let's be fair, Dale. If you wanted to boner it, you should have found a picture of it.
No, I don't want to boner it. That's the point. Because I know it's going to end up.
Don't fucking bother it then. Let it forever be forgotten, as it forever be forgotten as it fucking belongs. Has Chandler boned yet? Chandler, have you got some boners?
Yeah, I've got some. Has anyone got my pictures?
I've got them here for you. We will start with
Go on, pick one.
the colourful one.
Oh, lovely.
Dropping it in John O'Brown for you now.
Can we, not trying to rush anyone, but...
I think it will be fairly quick, this first one.
Oh, is it?
What do you think to these? When the picture appears.
Oh, fuck
Go
me.
Girl Power Rangers!
Oh, yes. Look at that.
Since when was there a Rainbow Ranger?
Oh, this is when all of this problems that we had with... what do they call it these days? This newfangled thing that the kids have got.
Groomers?
Gender neutrality.
Oh, it's the Social Justice Ranger.
It is.
Yeah. Its
Right.
sword is like a robotic Tumblr account.
So you've got pink, blue, green, and non-binary.
Gender fluid. Gender fluid.
Oh. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm relatively sure they're smock. Are they smock what things? I don't even know what they are.
You just hit the nail on the head though. There. Give it
Go on.
5 years, you won't have Peppa Pig. You'll have non-binary pig. You'll have non-binary and Jerry, and you know all this sort of shit. I just wanted to touch on that because it really fucking bothers.
Leslie's non-binary. Don't start.
Why?
I have a big problem with non-binary and vegetarians.
Vegetarians, I'm confused by.
Not vegans, but vegetarians.
The vegans are more good with now.
Yeah, now that he knows that they can swallow a load. That's
Yeah.
not even a joke.
Anyway, back to the mods.
It's fucking horrible. What
They are
conversation
foul.
is there to have? It's fucking
They are-
disgusting.
They are absolute. I just saw them. I don't even know what. I'm assuming they're smock.
It says smock on them, so I'm presuming so.
Does it say smock on them? I can. Anyway, I just thought.
Look on the green tank. On the green tank.
Chandler, you moved that along very quickly. Are you a vegan?
Am I vegan? No, I'm not.
You're a vegetarian.
No.
I know it's,
God, no.
it's the non-binary thing he's trying to get past.
Yeah.
This is called the smock tricolour, isn't it?
I'm not trying to justify them in any way, but the industry is quite heavily towards matchy. Do you know what I mean? I'm not. So from a business point of view, I can see why they've done it badly. Well, I can't see why they've done it badly. I can see why they've done it, but
But it doesn't do anything that the Alien doesn't do, and that was already available in 400 colours.
My question is, would you be seen in public carrying one of those?
No.
You can choose whichever color you want. Is there one in there that you would be seen in public with?
I'm sure the 15-year-olds will love them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it needs to go down there with the proper cunty.
It's been a good day for Proper Cunty today, hasn't it? Proper Cunty's had a really filling meal.
Oh yeah.
The Tesla Punk 220, Smock Tricolour, Theft of Branding, and Wagner Juice have all made it into Proper Cunty today.
Feeling my second one might as well.
It's a fucking busy column, I tell you.
Now this one. Oh no, dropped it on the wrong screen. You ready for this, Ian?
Oh yeah. Now this
one, this one does kind of fall into something I've brought up in the past, but
Oh yeah.
there we go. All your
Budget spanners.
Budget spanners. Yeah, I can't do it like you. That's great. Yeah, Instagram. Do you get on Instagram and there's a free giveaway so long as you tag 3 friends, your grandma, your local vape shop, the local chippy, and whoever else you fucking
I do want
I
a
hate
spanner though.
they're irritating now. But my opinion, I can't really slag them off because I did that when I first started. So, but they are extremely irritating, especially when you're the friend who's getting tagged. Like as a vape shop owner, I have Mark. I'm sure everyone here. We're all pretty well connected anyway, and we're getting tagged as one of the 3 friends of a person you've never met.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm thinking maybe it's because though they know I like free shit.
well, you maybe be the exception. For me, when someone who's added me on Facebook randomly because I'm the owner of the Yorkshire Vape, or I'm related to vaping, I have something to do with vaping, and they add you, you've never fucking said a word to them in the 6 months you've been added. My fault for accepting. You've been tagged in. Oh yeah, giveaway. Like I'm going to share that. Tag 3 friends and tag a fucking vape shop in it. It's like, will you just fuck off? But now I see how irritating it was for the people I made do it 3 years ago.
Yeah, I often get tagged in it by people I don't speak to very often. It's like, right, am I the only person you know that vapes me?
Yeah, and also, do you actually know anybody that actually received the free stuff?
And also, isn't that non-TPD compliant Charlie's chocolate?
Isn't that a bearing with a nut on it?
Yeah.
It could well be an American.
To be fair, I wouldn't even nut on it.
Yeah, fuck it off. Put that in cunt. I think proper cunting is slightly.
Because I'm fairly sure that I know Mark's opinion and what would happen if I tried tagging Mark in one of these things.
Where we putting it?
Yeah.
Cunt.
It's got to be at least proper cunty.
Nah, it's going even lower than that because that fucking annoys me.
Oh, yes.
Zomo.
Zomo. Shall we? Shall we Zomo it? Is it that bad?
It is that bad.
It is that bad.
Zomo it.
I think if we're going to Zomo it, we've got to all agree that it deserves to be Zomoed.
Zomo.
Dale,
because I find it really refreshing. Do you know Sophie Vapes? Have you seen her videos?
Oh God, don't, please don't.
Yeah, I know. But my point is, yeah, but my point is, she did a giveaway, and it was literally just put a comment below, and I'll put you in the draw. There was none of this tagging shit. It was just comment, and you're in. It was like, hey, fuck me.
Yeah, I think we should Zomo it.
I'm happy with it in cunt because I think that's the lowest thing I can see on there.
So hang on, Dale. If you don't acknowledge the category Zomo Laser 255 GT, then you also don't acknowledge that ICOS are in our bottom category. You don't acknowledge fag packet covers in our bottom category. You don't acknowledge.
I can't see him, so I can't.
Pokemon juice.
What is Rip Trippers doing down there?
He's a fucking bellend. Fuck him.
Well, to be honest, they must have been boarded when I wasn't around because I can't physically see them. So if they are there, I would expect them to be in cunt. But if you want, I can't see how you would choose fucking ICOS, Pokemon Juice, and Rip Trippers to be in one of the best categories that there is. I don't know why you put them there. I thought it was something pro vaping, but you've put them in an absolutely fantastic category. So
let's reword it then, Dale. Do you think this deserves to be in the lowest category we have?
I think it deserves to be in the cunt category.
Is that yours?
You know what the funniest thing is? Dale never opens the boner board. Dale doesn't realise that he can move categories around.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know how to get on there. Fuck me, mate. You're massively overestimating my abilities there.
The thing is, Dale, if you actually hated that category that much, you could move it.
I don't have a fucking clue how to do that. I struggle to log into the back office of my own website.
Can I ask if there's a particular reason why I can't?
Pass.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I blame Chris.
Okay. Sorry.
Probably me. Yeah, Zomo it.
Yeah, definitely.
With Zomo.
There you go.
It's gone. It's in the bin.
Okay, we've got any bonus?
No.
You know what? I'm thoroughly disappointed. I don't know what I'm disappointed in. Oh, yes. I remember what I was disappointed in. We've had no spam links this week. We've had no porn.
No, we haven't.
Oh, the girls must be on holiday or something.
What are you going to rub
where is-
off to
what's
after the
the
show,
name?
Mark?
What's her name? Tandy or something?
Yeah.
Man, or whoever it was.
It's funny as well, you know. There's always, every week, there's one called Audrey. I always thought Audrey was like an old lady's name.
It's come back, mate. It's a new.
The whole idea of these accounts is supposed to be that they're sexually desirable, and Audrey to me is just connotations of your nan.
But not anymore, mate. Audrey's a new hip name. Margaret or Maggie is a new hip name. Like
Ethel.
like my granddad was called Wilfred. My next child, if he's a boy, is gonna be called Freddie. Because they're all coming back, mate. Like old school names. They've done the full 100 years now. They're back at the beginning.
Dale, Amy's still convinced she's stealing it off you.
Well, you can
James,
call your kid
I think
Freddie, but no one else will. I'll not happening.
That's Amy. See,
You call your kid Freddie, I will do nothing but Freddie got fingered references.
that's the whole reason I didn't want it.
I'm going to push for it now. I'm really sorry to my granddad, but I'm going to let you have it, Chris, because it'll be a lot better for me.
Wait, sorry, I need to adjust my scissor spinning finger.
I hope it flies off and hits you in the eye.
It probably.
That would be just your luck. Like a few days before Expo, scissors to the eye.
I was half expecting to slip and just shave a big chunk out in the air today.
It's all right, mate.
You know, like when you've had that week and you just know that you're going to break a leg or something happen.
Or get ripped on all day on a fucking YouTube show or something like that.
At least I don't call Bavarian.
Yeah, Dale, you
Just clarify, right? Fuck this shit. Let's just clarify it and let's be honest, Chris. Right? Who said the word Bavarian and had to be corrected?
Dale,
which prompted the piss taking.
Wait a minute, it was you.
Who was it, Chris?
No, it was you. And somehow, because you're like Mr. Popular in the vape world and everyone likes you, you've somehow turned it around that it was me that doesn't know how to say Bavarian. Like, it's a northern region just at the top of Germany. Everyone knows Bavaria. Like, it's what the B in BMW stands for.
What does W stand for?
It's BMW Bavarian Motor Works or something like that.
Berlin.
Wankers.
Is it Berlin?
It's Berlin Motor Works.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Not Bavarian Motor Works.
I'm sure it's Bavarian.
Chris, who said Bavarian?
You. Look, you keep saying it. It's clearly you.
I think it was some middle class person in this room.
Well, that's definitely not me.
It was a middle class person. Josh isn't here, so it's got to be Stu.
I'm not middle class.
I'm not middle class. He puts on a fucking rough voice now, doesn't he?
I'm fucking Captain Estate.
We'll see his customer service at the weekend. Area, if you'd like to pop round to the Yorkshire Vape and get some Bavarian bad boy.
I can't wait to see salesman Stu.
Chris, Dale.
I'm really looking forward to see. I'm proper looking forward to see Brando and Stu there giving it.
Hang on, Dale. I've seen Stu work. Stu came to one of our meets and a proper jump behind the counter, and he, as a bung your ears up, Stu. As a salesman, Stu's fucking incredible. He really is.
I'm not doubting his ability one bit. I just want to hear the. Oh, hi there. What mechanical mod can I interest you in today? You know, this
not my style at all, mate. Not my style at all.
Ribbed for her pleasure and designed in Bath.
Nah, I bet he has one of those. Oh, I can fit in with this crowd. So you'll see some kid come over with his hat backwards, and she's like, "What's up, brethren? I've got the best mech mod for the clouds, bro."
That is absolutely, definitely how Chris acts. You see how comfortably he fell into that then? Like second nature to him. It's like, oh, I've done this so many times. Mix with the ruffians. It's so easy.
That's exactly what you're going to do. I'm going to be down with the ruffians.
We're going incognito this weekend at the Vapor Expo, folks.
I might even undo my belt and let my trousers hang down a little.
Shut up, Chris. When you undo your belt, your trousers don't hang down.
You say you're not middle class, Stu, and you don't go all prim and posh. We're all stopping in hotels. You've rented some barn of an house.
Because it was cheaper.
No, that's what you
780 quid for 6 people for 4 days.
It's not a house. It's not a house. It's a cottage.
It's a lodge.
It's actually apparently an apartment.
Did you have to take the Freemasons out before you stopped there, or are they just like in situ?
It's cheap as fuck.
Look at him trying to sound dumb. Oh, it's cheap as fuck, mate. The
Yeah.
dropper.
No, it was. I got it because it was cheap as fuck.
It's got a balcony held up with life-size bear statues made out of ivory, but
So
it,
it's got a balcony held up by actual people.
Mate, if it had a balcony that was held up with life-size bear statues made of ivory, I would fucking book it 10 times over. I'd book it for a month. That sounds dope as fuck. That sounds like the kind of place that a fucking cocaine dealer would hang out.
So you support the poaching of endangered elephants? Is that what you're saying?
Have you seen an elephant?
well, you know, the middle class, they love elephant hunting, fox hunting, anything they can.
You're very conservative.
Oh, don't. That's too far. That's
Let's
too.
be honest. I bet Theresa.
He would have met Daddy die then, did he? Oh, don't. Oh, don't, mate.
I bet Theresa May's job better.
Mate.
Stu, what's the worst thing you've ever done apart from skip through fields of wheat?
Not having that.
What's the worst thing you ever did?
Now, you and me were doing all right, mate. We've gone back a step tonight after that.
Stuart, what's the worst thing you ever done? I once almost voted for Labour. It crossed my mind.
Guys,
I was skipping through fields of wheat in Bavaria.
I voted Labour every single fucking year,
All the
except
money,
for 1 year when I voted Lib Dem.
Look, on that note, we're getting near to 10:30.
Let's go because Stu's Stu's butler's coming in to give him his milk and cocoa.
Mate, I'm gonna fuck you bloody at Expo.
But I need to wear a condom for a posh wank.
just very quickly before we finish, on a serious note, I've put an X1 thread up on the Vape Talk UK group on the Facebook, as Chandler calls it, for the Vape Talk UK mugs. Now, we've got a bunch of them going to be available at Expo. Those of you that can't make Expo, also being posted out. Prices of them are £6 plus postage. You can have any connotation of the boner board category you like. However, the only ones that are going to be available at Expo are proper cunty and fully charged. Now, all proceeds are going towards the cancer research charity raffle thing that we're doing. So do some good, order a mug. We will get them out to you after Expo. There you go.
Right,
Yeah.
Fingers.
Any of us hanging around tonight? Hang on. Chandler's showing up his palms.
No, I was about to do the fingers.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry.
Any of us hanging around for a little while?
I might stay for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll stay for a bit.
I'll stay for a bit.
Yeah. You won't stay for a bit, Mark. You'll say you're staying for a bit and then go fucking somewhere else and do something else for half an hour.
Mark's the connoisseur. I'll be back in a minute. 3 hours later.
You can talk. I'm going for a shit, and then a week on Wednesday, you're like, "Well, that was right painful. That was."
It's only when I'm on with you.
Should we stop shooting?
Thank you very much for joining us this week. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you at Expo this weekend.
Expo!
Bye.
Next Tuesday.
And we'll see you next week. Hangout links going in the live chat.